Dude, start the podcast.
Wow.
We recording, Gordon?
Gordon's recording.
Let's go. Welcome back, everybody, to Freedom 35ers Cardano NFT podcast, episode 29, technically episode 30 for all the OGs out there. My name is Tommy. I go by TONNY.
My name is TJ. I go by Lazy T.
And I am the other Tom. I go by Lavish Bear.
And tonight we're joined again by the Daily ChroniCles, Chronic and Krissy. Welcome onto the show, guys.
Yo,
Hello.
it's a pleasure to be back. I'm so happy to be back on the full podcast this time.
I know.
We're pumped to have you back on here.
I was going to say, glad it's a full one. Yeah, for sure. We need to do this.
I was about to say, I think that spotlight, we could have talked all night. I think we might have talked longer after the spotlight was over. Once we finished stuff.
I was going to say, we talked like an hour before this started.
We were supposed to start an hour ago. We're just now. We had a whole podcast already, right?
Right.
So welcome onto the show officially, guys. I know we got a chance. I think Chronic, our first introduction maybe was over inside of a Twitter space. Maybe it was Taco Tuesday. I don't remember what the official meeting with you. And I remember messaging on the side like, "Yo, we got to do something." And then I'm just starting up this YouTube channel, all this stuff. And little did I know, I didn't realize how big you guys were inside of spaces. And then we actually got a chance to really officially meet with you guys on a CNFT live. Back, was that March maybe? With everybody inside. I don't even know when that was, man. I feel like forever.
Man, that was
right?
March. Jeez.
2019.
Man, I don't even remember. I think it was like almost 2 months ago now.
Already.
We were supposed to do one yesterday, and
Right. Maybe in a couple of weeks we'll do that, right?
It's cool. Hard to get all these schedules together, right?
It is.
For real. We appreciate you guys jumping on tonight. You guys are super knowledgeable in the space, man. It's been great to see your kind of journey and where you guys are growing. You guys have a YouTube channel. You guys are in every single, like I said, Twitter space over there. If it involves CNFTs, you've been in good contact, like you were just saying a little bit earlier, with some awesome people inside the Cardano space. So what I wanted to kind of do tonight was just introduce our audience, if they haven't heard of you guys or if they haven't been in a Twitter space, about who you guys are, how you guys got into Cardano and why you guys are big into CNFTs, and I'll let you guys kind of open it up.
Yeah.
Man. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate us, having us on. We've been in Cardano, man, since the first time I heard Charles Hoskinson speak on that whiteboard, right? I got in it at 9 cents, been in crypto quite some time. Knowing about Bitcoin back in my oil refineries days, like 2011,
Mm-hmm.
just didn't put $100 in and become a millionaire like some people did. You know what I mean? In them early days. Man. So once I heard Charles speak, I asked Krissy, we're buying gold and silver, right? Hard assets, because the inflation was coming, right? Everybody's seen it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Man, we just believed in Charles, sold out ETH for Cardano, just because we believed in the potential risk reward, right? And got into CNFTs after watching like Crypto Crow and my man Dan with CC Capital Ventures, just watching the technical analysis and then learning about some ETH NFTs from like Elio Trades, the big.
Yeah.
And like, man, Cardano has NFTs. Whoa, we got a bag of Cardano, like what's going on? But then so happened we missed Space Buds. We missed like Clays, obviously. Came to CNFTs in October. End up catching Block Owls, caught Chill Kongs. We didn't mint Block Owls. That was my first secondary buy.
Yeah.
Did Ape Club, like the little other one, and then Chill Kongs and stuff. So
I remember too, because I think we had kind of touched about it on CNFT Live, that you guys got it in a really cool timeline. Like you said, maybe it was when Krissy, you said you were looking for like an equine horse back in December. So you guys kind of caught that wave of the equine, and then Boss Cat Rocket Club and Chill Kongs, like you guys are saying. So you guys stepped into the space at a good time, because we were a little different. I was the one in our group that kind of got started in CNFTs when the big thing that really convinced these guys to kind of take notice over there was Cardano trees. I'd minted that back in sometime in August, and had flipped it for a decent little profit, and that's what got these guys' attention. They were able to kind of get going right around when Clay Nation had dropped in early September. So it's been cool to kind of see the early people before us were even more OGs who hit in around Space Buds at March. And so we were like the little second generation, and you guys hit in right around that perfect time. It's been crazy to see everybody's entry point into the space. It's been dope.
It's sick, man.
Yeah, I kind of jumped in more at Equine. He had tried to explain all of that he just told you from buying at 9 cents. He was telling me everything. He had me listen to Charles Hoskinson, but it took a really long time for me to really understand what he was talking about. And he wanted to buy NFTs, but I couldn't help him because I couldn't grasp what they did for you. And so he didn't really jump into ETH much because I wasn't there to bounce those ideas off of. And so when he started buying block owls and then showed them to me, he bought chilled Kongs and showed them to me. I thought they were really cute, but I still didn't know why he bought them.
Yeah.
And then he had me read the Equine white paper. And that's when I started to grasp what NFTs were, what they could do for you, utility. And then he showed me chilled Kongs again. We bought more. Soon after was Boss Cat Rocket Club. Then we had the Ape Society, and it was a lot. And I dove in full force. That was me learning and doing all that on the fly.
Yes,
that was a lot. And it was really cool though to be able to say that's when I jumped in.
So kind of like, obviously it's like the same thing for me, right? Like I was like chronic in this situation of like, guys, I'm buying some of this stuff. I'm like getting my feet wet, and to them on the outside, they're just like, it sounds good, man. I hope it works out for you, but like it sounds crazy. Like at the same time,
it's like, what the hell are you buying online? This picture that I can just copy and paste. I don't get it, bro. Why are you buying that?
It was also a little different too. Like Equine is a very good one to get in on. That's a great introduction. Or just even those white papers on some of those projects. Tommy, you had none of that to show us. Like there was no like utility. It was just like, oh, these guys make 10,000 of them, and for some reason people buy it for a lot more than you bought it for. Yeah, like, there was just no reason to it at all.
The selling point for me was a Jerry Maguire. Show me the money. I want to see how much you're making on that thing.
Yep. And I think mine was the Cardano trees. I hit them for like 1,200 ADA. I had a super rare minted for like 45, flipped it for 1,200, and then that was like, okay, that was my initial investment into Cardano NFTs was 1,200 ADA, and I flipped that in one project, and they were just like, okay, how do we do this again? Like, so it was the same kind of boat, but you don't know
money.
Yeah, you don't know.
Can I get some of this? Can I have some, please?
You really don't know until you start to do it, though, right? Like you don't have any idea of how it works until you really start doing it yourself. And like that's what I encourage everybody now is like, don't knock whatever it is that you're doing until you get in there, buy a project, and see how you feel afterwards. Where you may be like, I'm going to do this again. I kind of like this.
Jump in.
Absolutely. I mean, I was in ETH when ETH was $318. Same thing.
Yeah.
But it was 9 cents. So I seen crypto punks with the cigarette with 1 ETH, but it was $318. And I'm like, I have 6.5 ETH. I'm like, why am I going to spend 300 USD and on this, and look at it now, right? Like same in Apes was even after. It's like, but I had a clue that planted the seed, this could be had. So when I saw Chill Kongs, I'm like, that's the base seed, hopefully, of Cardano, if Cardano blows like I think it will, right?
Yeah. And it just shows you how
we're getting close to that again. You're going to be.
I was going to say, I want to make a joke about that, but it's not really a joke at this point for a lot of people. It's just, it feels that way, right? Like,
well, deja vu for you guys. Yeah. Hey, I remember these days. 2017.
Might go to 12. You know what I mean?
It's been tough, man. It's been really tough out here. And this, but at the same time, it's a good opportunity for new people jumping into the space too.
People, millionaires are made, but not financial advice. I mean, if you have conviction in something like we do with Cardano, like this is the prices you should be licking your chops with, right?
Yeah, you got fire. There's a fire sale going on right now, and I don't know how long it'll last. But like I said, don't overexpose yourself into it too much. But if you dollar cost average in, buy what you're comfortable losing, kind of thing, and just jump into it and buy some things up. There's a lot of stuff that it seems like it's really not selling to. We're not really selling too much right now inside the CNFT market, but there's a lot of good buying opportunities too on the other end of that.
Well, it's one of those times I feel like that, like you said, because not a lot of the newer projects sometimes don't move right now when it's so low because people are kind of holding off with their ADA being so low itself, and their stuff's probably not selling either. But some of your older projects, I find I can sometimes sell because, like you said, Tommy, there's so many good buying opportunities where people go, I've been looking at these older projects to get in for a while. I never really wanted to get in at their floor, but the floor is pretty much the same, but ADA's dropped 50%. So I'm just going to buy one now. And for me, I'm like, buy it at the same price and I'll wait for ADA to go back up and I'll be chilling. Cool. Like win-win for both of us. You get it half off and I'll get my ADA eventually.
1 ADA is 1 ADA. Right?
Yeah, or I'll get my I'll get the value eventually from that ADA.
If you're living week to week, this is not the game for you anyway. You shouldn't be playing with this type of thing. You shouldn't even be playing in any financial market if you're living week to week,
Right.
Yeah. Well, just to kind of bring you back, everybody back in over here, we're going to open up the screen, get into it tonight. I wanted to just quick shout out you guys' channel over here, and shout out to you guys over on YouTube. If obviously, I think Twitter Spaces for me are where a lot of the times where I could find you guys, but I know you guys recently have been doing a lot more interviews, and you do stuff sometimes that some people, I think, in the space, especially being content creators, can sometimes steer away from certain topics. You guys aren't afraid to tackle some of that stuff head on. So I appreciate that about you guys, and then the support you guys get from those communities for doing that. Like I said, I mean, the Boxcat drop over there, I mean, you guys were crushing that video and stuff like that. So can you guys explain what was the inspiration for the YouTube channel for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, well, we've been talking about doing a YouTube channel for a long time. We wanted to do it on traveling. We wanted to do it on family life. We have 4 kids and what it's like to do all of this, you know, and travel and, you know, just,
well, I mean, right. I mean,
just do anything, just real life.
I was trading stocks, right? My whole goal was, look, I'm going to show how I turned this $100 stock into $1 million. And obviously it didn't happen. It got close, like a tenth of that way there, and it crashed to dang zero. You know what I mean? I learned a hard lesson. So no, man, I wanted to document my Cardano NFT journey, right? So I'm going to do it. Why not show people there's a way to do it? It's just like garage selling, and it's a way of making money. It's a business. You can form relationships, network. You meet real CEOs, CMOs. It's a way to get a way to gain access and knowledge to this community that I love, right?
Yeah,
to be part of the ecosystem.
It just
as well.
kind of organically became this because we realized the deeper we got into it, we thought, okay, we don't think we should do a YouTube channel on that right now. We need to do it on this. Info of projects, interviewing just came along eventually. Just telling people all the proper things that they need to know to understand a project as much as we can. And whether we like them or not, we just wanted to give our honest opinions and what we're doing. And that's it. Be
raw, real, transparent, and just try to show them like what we're doing, you know, show them our journey. We lose, you're going to see us lose. We in here, and if you win, you're going to see it. You know,
my biggest thing for you guys too is just you guys are real, right? Like you guys, it just feels authentic. It doesn't feel like it's forced. It just feels like I could tell this is like who you guys are, you know, and you guys, that comes across on the screen. So that's one of the reasons, like it's enjoyable to listen to you guys. It's cool because you can see the excitement sometimes when you guys are getting into stuff. You can see when stuff like hits you hard, and it's just like, I enjoy the content, especially lately with it. You guys do have so much info because you are spending so much time inside these spaces. You're talking to these creators, like you said, owners, CMOs, whatever they are. So you guys got a lot of good info to put in there. So I just wanted to, you know, shout that out because it's always fun to listen to you guys. So I'm glad that you guys are starting to grow this a little bit now too.
Thanks. We appreciate that.
We started on March 1st on my 39th birthday. So
there you go.
That's awesome.
You know, we only, you know, so we striving. But again, you guys were a big inspiration. You and all the, you know, all the content creators that we aspired. Like I know I did. I watched y'all. So, you know, I'm glad that we're on here. I said that last time, and it's real because, you know, I'm glad that we can all grow together. I'm in y'all little tier. You know what I'm saying? So we y'all, and y'all don't leave me behind, brother.
No, this is all about helping each other out.
Helping, exactly, and that's what I'm at the same in Twitter, you know, trying to help people, man.
Yeah, well, I know, and shout out to you guys. Last thing on the topic of the YouTube stuff, I did see this newest video you guys did with Adanauts, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But I wanted to shout this out. I don't know if there's something new with you guys that you guys have. I see TalCrypto E46 and is that EG? I don't know how you pronounce that over EGUZ.
Yeah, Goose. Just call him Goose.
We just call him Goose.
Goose. Okay. So what is this about now? You guys got some extra guests. Is this a new non-financial advice? I saw something on Twitter. What do you guys got going on?
Yeah. So we got a new crew. It's 8 of us. Krissy, E46, Tal, as everybody knows from Twitter. We have Goose. We have Daily Upgrade. I want to say Daily ChroniCles.
Yeah.
We have CeeLo and Ada Man. So like we just been doing, you see Tal does the whole not financial advice every night. So we do Twitter spaces every night. So we doing like something kind of like you guys and trying to get like, you know, just a once every couple of weeks thing on something real raw, you know, other than Twitter spaces that no one
awesome.
See, you know what I'm saying?
We had them on our channel. We're kind of just practicing, you know, we wanted to bring a few on, whoever could come on, you know, kind of last minute whenever we were doing the past few interviews and just practice kind of doing it on video rather than Twitter Spaces.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we eventually would like to do almost like an 8-person podcasty
like the
YouTube
NFA
channel,
team.
just doing it on video instead of just
like
on
you guys.
Spaces.
Yeah, like kind of something consistent.
Just to talk about it and bounce ideas and thoughts off of each other.
Oh, that's dope. I really enjoyed that. It was cool to see everybody too, because you always see the names inside the chat. I know E46 and Tal they were always in our Discord for a while, and then we started to see Tal pop up on videos and obviously in all the Twitter Spaces. So it's cool to see everybody start to evolve and grow, start to find their own, and then everybody's just finding like a little niche inside this space and being able to kind of broadcast that out to the general audience of Cardano. It's getting people to come out of their shell too.
It's always cool to put a face to the name as well. So you really can kind of relate and just say, okay, cool. And not that it makes a big deal, but it's always just nice, like I said, to put a face to the name.
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen E46 or TalCrypto on like their screen.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy?
I really appreciate this shout out because Tal always hits you up on Twitter. Thanks.
Oh, we love
Tal's
him, man.
man.
E46 too, man. He's always in our Discord.
Always in there, yeah. I've heard their voice so much in Spaces though. Like I've heard their voice all the time that it's just kind of cool to see them live. And then you said with Tal, like I mean, you see him everywhere. Just every Discord channel I'm in, good morning, and it's just like, oh, Tal's in here too. Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Or a new project's coming out and he jumps in our Discord. He's like, oh, you guys are looking at this too, right? And it's just like, oh, yeah, of course, Tal's in it. What was the recent one you guys did? All three of you guys got in on it.
We were in this one and we had Introverts as well.
It was like 2 weeks ago though with Tal. Didn't he come in and get you guys all to buy that project?
D-bagging efforts.
Yeah.
You guys all went in on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes,
I was off that night, I think.
If you go later on into it, you'll see Tal, you'll see Ada Mandrillz here, but they showed their face. So again, man, we just, all trying to come up together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys have so much information and so much knowledge. We're trying to do it together. And I think we're gonna make a new NFA channel, YouTube channel, just like the 5 type of thing. And we're gonna do us as Daily ChroniCles, and we're gonna be part of that. Kind of like Eminem and D12. I'm not.
There you go. Hey.
Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect example.
If you ever need like the shout outs, like the, I don't know who their little guests are, man, like an Obi Trice or something like that.
Obi Trice. Real name, no gimmicks.
Oh, geez, bro. I'm trying to look.
Real name, no gimmick.
We got 9 spots. We love to do. We got StreamYard.
We got a good thing now too, where we can condense all 3 of us into one box. So you don't even need to. You can only open up one window for us, and we'll come slide in there for you.
You already know. We've been begging to get on anything. We just love talking to people like this, and it's genuine. But we need to get back to also like putting together like little what's up this week, because those have been doing well for us. Like our last few, like over 1,500. Then we try to do the interviews. It's finding a niche, but we're about getting content. We're not.
That's it. Just pushing.
Dude, it's great to network with Marcus. We seemed nice. Then we meet Bourbon and Cardano Robin. Then we did, anybody we want, we can reach out to and get. What's amazing about this space. Don't you guys agree? I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
especially because I see you guys in the Spaces. Like Tommy, you're a lot better about getting into Spaces too. That's not something I'd ever really do, and I still don't really. I listen. I don't really jump in and talk a lot. So it's just kind of nice to be able to do this too, because like you said, it's part of joining the ecosystem, joining the community, contributing your own part then too. It is nice to kind of get in that way and get a little more feedback from some community members, kind of get to kick it around a little more and cut it up with them.
It's just they don't get to get on here with us, you know what I mean? And realize, it puts a voice to a thing. Hey, it's personal. Oh my God, Tom, talk to me. The lavish bear. I feel love. But like also like on Twitter, like Block hit with me. He wants me to hit him up with some spaces. These guys like want to. They don't realize the spaces are really big. Like I'm almost like 4K on Twitter. She's almost at like 3K. And like, it's just, you go on there and you talk about anything. It could be life, could be basketball, could be what you did last year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gain audience and then you expose them to what we love, right? These Cardano NFTs or NFTs in general, right? And then, just from some other aspect of like bringing them in. That's the whole point,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I think that's the biggest thing for us too, is just when we started this, it's just for our love of what we did. And just because we already were doing this on the side before Twitter Spaces really became a big thing, we were just like, we need to start a podcast because this is just something that we talk about all the time. And then it led into how cool would it be if we got a chance to talk to one of these guys? And then it became, okay, well, now we're starting to talk to these guys. And then it became about, okay, well, outside of that, now I can get, a better understanding of the actual industry, what people go through to even have a mindset to start this stuff, you know, what it takes to even be in this world itself. And then you just learn so many different perspectives. You get to meet so many cool people, and you get so many cool opportunities from just being here talking to these people. So that's been the biggest reward for us. And I mean, like I said, I can feel that passion for you guys too. So I just had to shout out, you know, that new, I saw them jump onto the screen over here. So I was just curious about what you guys have going on. So that's awesome to hear. And yeah, hopefully one day we get a chance when you guys get going. We'd love to be jump on over there as a guest one day too.
Absolutely.
We
Love
love
to.
that.
Would you call it the NFA team?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
I like that.
You know,
Yeah,
it's not financial advice, and it's amazing. That's what I said, doing things live, and that's amazing. Imagine all of us, you know, minting overexposed or doing something amazing. Well, I'm not getting there, right? We're gonna get there.
Yeah. Oh, you just hinted at something that we got.
Exactly. We're gonna mint. Tal had 30 mints for clays. I had 20 mints for cabins. Wouldn't it be cool to do it all on this live rather than a Twitter space when we just look at profiles? So that's kind of what I was envisioning.
If people connect to, like, obviously the voice and stuff, it is great to be able to talk to people, but when you can kind of put, like you said, the face, you can see the real-time reactions and people's like passion behind it, it gives another level of like personalness to this stuff. And it's just more people, you know, some people want to watch that, right? Like they're like, I just love consuming kind of content and love seeing these people who I trust inside the space, see their journey and how fun it is to them. So yeah, the visuals are a whole different ballgame, I think.
I know I did, brother.
Agree.
I know I did before I started to create this content and have to be in these Discords and trying to learn, because this is kind of what we're doing. This is the stock market, right? Essentially,
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I mean, I look at it. Everything's a startup business. If you're looking here, watch the NFA, y'all. Watch right here. Watch NFA. Watch NFA.
Right on the wall.
Marcus did that. You see it right on the wall.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
That was a little Easter egg market cause, you know. So it's getting a little recognition, a little brand marketing, you know.
Yeah, no, that's a really good brand name though. Like you said, you guys got a good thing going there.
I just like the NFA team. Then, you know, TJ will come on. He'll do his Mr. T, his cosplay for Mr. T.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem.
Do it.
Oh, shoot. Well, I appreciate that, guys. If we want to kind of, I know we just had seen it on the screen there, but one of the first things or how we kind of wanted to start this night off is there's projects that you guys are way involved in. There's projects we're involved in. There's projects that we're both, you know, involved in as well. But I wanted to kind of kick it off to you guys being a guest onto the show of a project that we're not really too big in. We've talked about them, but it's Chill Kongs over here. This is a project I know you guys know well, and you not even just about, I guess, what's going on inside of it, but just you guys are part of that community, right? And I love the Congress, the Constitution. There's so much cool stuff inside of Chill Kongs that I missed out on because I did mint mine. TJ wanted to mint, and we told him, I don't even know what it was. We pressured him basically into not minting. And then that didn't turn out well. Yeah. So we were out of the space, but for you guys, man, Chill Kongs is, they've been taking off inside the space. If anybody hasn't been paying attention, can you guys give us a little bit of background to catch us up? If anybody, what Chill Kongs has kind of been getting into lately? I know they have some of their mushrooms coming out here soon, maybe some trippy Kongs. What was the reason for a lot of the floor value for where it was shooting up to? Because I think they're still sitting around like a 2,400 ADA floor or something like that.
Right now it's all organic. Honestly, Tommy, if Arctic Alpha, he bought the 135,000. Did we talk about that last time?
I think so. Yeah,
I think we might have talked about that. Yeah, but that was off screen because we were jumping on Ape Society. But yeah, that was right when he made that 135. It was for the what was that thing called? The Droid. Okay.
Droid, yeah. And he also got 2 clays, right? So it's almost 150,000 ADA trade. And what that did, and Jake Shepard interviewed him on Twitter Spaces, and it's recorded. And this man, I've spoken to Arctic a few times. We're going to do some Twitter Spaces. He did one this past week on the Federal Reserve. And you could tell this guy, he knows money. He's analytical. He came from the finance. He didn't realize he was going to move the market like he did. Okay, so he said he would have did things different. He would have came and bought the floor, right, and been more strategic about it. He didn't realize he would move it 40% because it went from like 10 to 1,400. 1,000 to 1,400 when he bought that. Then from then on, it just is where it's at. So right now, this is all organic. This is new buyers. This is people like Crypto Drums. This is people like, if you go look in their Discord later or whatever, new people from Zombie Chains. The guy just dropped 100K. I mean, you got people that haven't been in that. Crypto Drums now has over 50 or 100 or something in there already. He hasn't had them, not that I know of, but that's what we want. And it's all organic, and that was it right there.
Yeah, back on 419 right there for that droid, 135,000 ADA, man. And that was before ADA is where it's at currently right now. So
it was about $1.
Yeah, that's an insane thing over here. And I remember seeing some of these, even when Chill Kongs minted, like people were, I don't know if anybody sold this thing. No one did before then, but some of this stuff is just like, I would never in my life had imagined that they had gotten that high so quick.
Right.
Over there, you know. And do you guys I don't know if you guys got a chance to talk to him at all. What was his conviction? What was the reason? Do you guys know of why he decided to go for this one at this price?
Well, he reached out to Jake. Everyone that has a droid, I believe there's 7 of them or 9 or something, like 6, 7, 8, 9 or something like that. It's very rare. Everyone else said 100K. This one was maybe rarer because of the gold tooth, but it was just, like I said, nice to hear from the buyer, not like who's the buyer and he's this like, you know, quiet, like, no, this guy came out, spoke, told you why. Then he went and bought more and he's accumulating. He's on Spaces. He's a part of the community. And then he's bringing over more people like him. So that's, and you know how it is. It's a snowball. And about the floor price, like Shrooms are not going to be dropped until end of Q2, which is a whole like 5 weeks, you know, 6 weeks away. So this is organic. Like once it gets to there, like it might be, you know, 3,500, 4,000. It could be. I don't think it's going to go under 1,800. I've been saying that for a minute, but it's been consolidating.
Is the Shrooms like a mutation thing, or I don't know anything about it?
Yeah, so it'll actually create a new Kong for you, a magic Kong. So you'll still keep your OG Kong, which is great.
Cool.
And then you'll get one of 3 different mushrooms airdropped to you. And then there will be a public sale, correct, of 4,888. So every single Kong will get airdropped a mushroom, one of 3. There's what are the names?
You get one for one.
I forget.
I think we were looking in this too, right? The names of the mushroom types. Like we were learning about
mushrooms.
Like,
real mushrooms. They're all the magic mushrooms, like real magic mushrooms. They're all psilocybin.
Exactly. They're like real.
Yes. And then there's super mushroom that there's only going to be very few of them, and they will
10
change.
Or less.
Yeah, 10 or less. They will change your Kong completely. So the other 2 will go off of your Kong's like DNA traits. And the magic shroom can change it completely different. So you have no idea what's going to happen with it.
So there's going to be,
and you'll have 2 Kongs then after.
Right. So there's
instead of 1.
8,888 chilled Kongs. Each one that is not listed on JPG or other marketplaces will get airdrop 1 for 1, right?
Yes.
And then you will then either, it'll be a 60-40 mix, kind of like the Ape Society cabin type deal, you know what I mean? Like within like 10 to 15 or less mix of the magic. So it's going to be exciting. The OGs do not, they stay alive. The mushroom gets consumed.
There you go.
It's just like, you know, it's just going to be like a mutant in the Bored Ape type thing. And we're part of, we're speakers at a Congress. There's 13 of us, or maybe 15 now. And like we're doing Twitter Spaces weekly. So again, getting more involved with the community stuff. So
every Sunday is the Congress.
That's awesome.
It changes times here and there, but every Sunday we'll be on Twitter talking with members of Congress about what's going on with chilled Kongs.
So for us, like I know the Trippy Apes, like that's a good way to get new people to come back in, especially, you know, obviously there's got to be a way for a lot of people, you know, the average probably buyer over there, somebody who's getting into the space probably isn't dropping 2,400 ADA on something brand new to start out. So there, you know, it's good to have a way, kind of like how Clay Nation did also with the, you know, they gave the 1-to-1s to everybody who was involved in the project, but they also gave new access to new people with Bake Nation. So in this same regard, people are going to still be able to pick up those Trippy Apes in the same kind of way, which gets new people into the community as well, who've been kind of sitting on the sidelines. Outside of that though, too, do you guys know, I know, aren't they big? Like the whole Chill Kongs thing is like themed around like music and stuff too, right? Do you guys have any information on that? Or have they announced any kind of like any music or events or anything like that?
I know they have been working on it behind the scenes. They got some awesome lo-fi. If y'all ever just go listen to the Discord.
Oh yeah. I gotta check that out. I didn't know they did. I'll check that out.
Oh yeah, it's like the chillest one. Because a few Discords have lo-fi. If you listen to it, I'm talking, you can just listen all day.
It puts you in such a great mood. It's so
but 2 seconds. There is gonna be, like you said, 4,888 trippy like Kongs that there's no going to be Shrooms, right? They're going to be the Kongs, and you're either going to get like common or uncommon. There's going to be no magic ones, you know, being able to be minted. Just a heads up on that.
Okay.
But yeah, man, we're hoping to, and that's for public, right? So that's for public. So we're hoping the music takes off and some real life utility, maybe with some Clay Nation type musical festivals, something like that. But later on in the year, I know they're doing like, they're going to try to do some kind of token, right? That might, you know, do something with some merch or something else like that. But really what I'm looking forward to is the Jeep drop as well. That's going to be in Q4. If you see that over on the top left,
the Kong's Garage,
you know, there's, you know, talking about something like that. So that's something else that, you know, provides some utility just for another airdrop or, you know, potential income maker. And that goes along with like the metaverse plays, like you driving in a Jeep, and it goes back to like in the car here, right here on the purple, you know what I mean? Just chilling. And then we also, meeting up October 7th. They have a party beforehand at CNFT Con. Free party. They're right across from Clay Nation. So it's cool to really
that's dope.
Meet up with that. They're about to put up a billboard in Hollywood, either in, you know, right in Hollywood. So, you know, try to get that market in here, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I think for us too, these guys.
Damn you, Tom and Tommy. Damn you.
I know. I feel bad now that CJ, because CJ's big onto the, you know, he was like, dude, these kind of remind me of like the Bored Ape Yacht. I'm not really sure. I kind of want to mint these. We recorded a podcast and then
they were only halfway minted. I was like, I can mint a few of these right now.
34 ADA. And I was just like, I think I ended up being in, I was actually the OG Adanauts Discord back then in that December time where they're like, guys, there's 400 left, go mint. And I just FOMO'd in and grabbed 2 of them. And sold stupidly. I had a pink one, was one of the ones I had.
And I think TalCrypto or the Adanauts told him to buy him.
Yeah, exactly. FOMO'd in my ass.
Bourbon told him, gave him that info. But it also kind of comes in like with when you were in the space, like since we had just been in a few weeks before you guys, both since we just had gotten in mid-September. So like honestly, like 3 or 4 weeks, we had just kind of seen that emergence of a lot of rug pull or cash grab projects. And a lot of the cash grab ones were just kind of blatantly like low effort stealing art off Google Images or just ripping off projects completely. So we were so kind of sensitive to that. When we saw this come up, it was just like, I don't know, TJ, like we've seen a lot of cash grabs lately where they're just kind of taking art or like doing kind of really easy copies. That this one isn't, but it just was on theme with like the monkeys and the Bored Apes. Like it's impossible to not make that comparison to the biggest project. So like, I don't know, TJ, I just don't, I'm not going to do it. So best of luck. There's just been so many rug pulls in the past 2 weeks. I just can't see spending my ADA right now. And you're just like, yeah, you're probably right. I'm going to sit this one out.
Yeah. That's always where. Don't listen to us,
yeah,
TJ.
Exactly. There you go.
I stopped listening to you guys since then.
That way before with other projects.
We did it here recently. You know what I mean? It was the same thing that happened recent. We've been in for a while, right? We kind of got a burnout. You know what I mean? We've seen some rug pulls, some kind of shady stuff, some cash grabs, and then you kind of go back to what you know, reassess the situation and then go back with a new plan, right? Smarter and beat up a little bit, but you go back smarter. So I was lucky enough to get in, and we only minted 5, but then, because it was slow, I minted 2 and I'm like, or 3. And I'm like, man, these look kind of cool, but let me go back. Cause you remember it was kind of slow trickling in a flood.
It was. The
last, like I said, 400 was when I got in. There was like 400 and something left. And I just remember watching them just go right down. It was within, I'd say, a matter of 15 minutes, like something like that. It was quick. And then afterwards, the floor kind of shot, like you said, the next day from 34 up to like 120-ish maybe the next morning. And I was kind of watching them, and then I ended up selling one off, and then that floor jumped to like 300. And I was like, all right, that's got to be it right now. The hype's really built up. And then they did kind of retrace, and then kind of like they've been steady though. They've been kind of growing. Like they hit to that 300, they established that floor. Then they jumped to 600, established that floor. They jumped to 900, then corrected back down to 600. And then, like you said, they shot up to about 1,000. And then after that sale, that's when everything they never stopped. They never looked back.
You gain that trust again. You gain that. Oh, whoa! We here now. We got this commit. This new wave of buyers coming in, because that's what you need. You need a rejuvenation. You need some new blood, right, to come in and get it. Then you heard from them, and you're like, man, this dude's smart. Same with the Ape Society. Once Upwind Strategy came in and got his 280 apes, it brought other big buyers. Like, why are these guys buying this? You know, why are they buying this stuff, right? So it brings in a lot of whales, so to speak, that have diamond hands that I like to be a part of. They're not selling for a double and then drop the floor price back down, right?
Well, I was telling these guys, whatever's Chronic min, I'm getting that same shit. Whatever you're minting, whatever you guys are doing.
Right. So they're pushing 20K now, which they've been really growing, which is really awesome to see. And then even funnier is that we got some friends, like one friend in specific, who's like big over on like Ethereum. He's big into Ethereum NFTs. But there's like, hey, I've been hearing rumblings about chill conks. And that's what they've been hearing over it on that side. So it's crazy to see even how they're transcending, outside of Cardano, and that people are like taking notice of them out, which is crazy to see.
Yeah, we need that. Let's bring that money in. Let's get these
right. Well, remember the Snoop and the Clays, like there was 10,000 people there. Like we heard from on that interview, you guys got to do yourself a favor. Go look at Jake Shepard and his interview with Arctic, and you'll hear about this whole $135,000 purchase. It's only like an hour, but he tells you about the
Twitter page. It only lasts like 30 days, so it'll
perfect.
be in the next week.
Yeah, we'll catch that then for sure.
Yeah.
And Arctic goes all into why he bought and how he got into the project.
But the Clays with Snoop and them, they were like, yo, what's that PFP? Is that them Kongs? Right? Because it looks like Ethereum, right? They wasn't really worried about the Clays, so to speak. They were like, what's them Kongs? So it brought some people over.
Right.
So cool, right?
And it brought a little FOMO with them for sure, too, right?
They just sent out a bunch of FOMO hats.
I was just going to say, did you see the hats coming out? I saw them posted on Twitter today. They look really good.
By very small amount of time.
They look good too. They look really nice.
They went on a buy-in spree as well. Someone bought like
I saw that. Yeah.
And pimp suits are going too. We got a pimp suit, so
that's dope.
Yeah, that was our most expensive purchase at the time. It was 1,000, and now it's like they've been selling for 15K.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, it's so dope to learn about chill coins. This is definitely one that, like I said, if ADA keeps trending at the price that it is, I think I might have to make my first entry point into here. Do we know, or I don't know if a timeline for when those mushrooms and stuff are coming out?
Q2, end of Q2, bro. You got end. I'm gonna say like end of June, maybe even early July. So, to be on the lookout. You got a full month, 5 weeks, I'd say. When you start seeing sneak peeks, start like.
Yeah, that's when the price of those kind of gonna probably move again now. So now's your time to probably, like you said, make an entry. Yep.
Well,
they feel like, I don't know, there's a big race right now when it comes to the Ape projects inside. There's the top two. You're sitting at the between them and Ape Society inside the space. So it's a fun race to watch because the two are completely different projects. And the art styles are definitely obviously on the opposite end of the scale too, even though they're both apes. So it's just fitting that the Ape project over here is doing really well. It just seems to be in this space, man. If you got an Ape project, it's probably doing well. And we got a few of them to talk about tonight. So we'll continue to move through. But I just wanted to get your guys' backgrounds, because this is one where I've been paying attention. Obviously, I just haven't really been involved because I'm not involved yet in that community.
Right.
So
yeah, you know how it is, guys. Y'all like just quickly jump into Discord, see who is in there. Just y'all would know the names in the Cardano ecosystem. And then jump in like a couple, maybe an hour or two when you're at the gym or on a ride to work or whatever. Listen to them spaces, and you'll have a whole new understanding of where we're going.
Yeah,
I'll have a whole new dislike for Tom and Tommy.
He's one of the new mods or so. He kind of like pushes the project
He's
on
like the
Twitter.
head speaker of Congress.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect way to put it. If you find his Twitter, he should have the last few Congress.
Who's the name on that again?
Benny at the Bank.
Benny at the Bank.
Discord.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm not. It should be the same on Twitter, but I'm not positive.
Okay.
Yeah, he kind of coordinates it, the Speaker of Congress stuff, and sets up the Twitter spaces and everything. But I'll let you guys know, if you want to start getting involved and hearing them. Is that it's always a positive sign, right? To hear from the community and like part of the team as well.
Yeah,
the alpha.
That's the big the alpha. There it is. There's number one. We're gonna put a counter up on the screen.
No, we need to do like what was it? I guess it'd be Figure It Out, when they had that like secret word you had to say during the show, and you get slimed on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, dude.
What
Can you
a
imagine
throwback.
just dropping the well, thank you guys. I appreciate getting to know a little bit more about this project. And then one project that obviously, if you know anything about us over here, Yummi Universe is a project that we're deeply involved with. Me especially over here. I've kind of dumped a lot of everything that I had in the early days
I guess me
into
and TJ
this
are chopped
project.
liver, all right.
No, you guys aren't chopped liver. I'm just saying I degened even harder into it the more after we got a chance to talk to David, the founder, one of the co-founders over here.
When he
Yummi
says his
Universe.
degen going harder, he does like sneaky buys in the middle of the night, doesn't tell us for like a week. That's him degenning.
That card play though paid off though. I mean, that's
It did pay off under that. So
a great investment once you saw those charts come out and all the lists for what you were actually going to get when you started staking. You're like, I'm going all in on this even more. I didn't know you could go in more on the Yummies, Tommy. Honestly,
I definitely will go in. But you guys, I know this is a community for you guys. I don't know if you guys own any Yummi or anything like that, but I just wanted to kind of touch base because they've got a bunch of stuff upcoming here in the next week, and currently this just happened. Some big moves they're making. What's your guys' experience with Yummi Universe or knowledge of it?
Man, look, we're like a little older than the Pokemon generation, you know what I mean? So like I didn't understand what a Pikachu was and all this.
Yeah.
When I came into Cardano, I'm like, man, that looks a lot like a Pikachu or something.
Yep.
And I'm like, it was like 88 or maybe it was 208. I don't know. It was too much for out of my price range when I came. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I don't get why people are spending that much money yet, right?
Yeah.
But now Tal has like, upwards.
He's a whale over there. Yeah.
80 spoofies and Yummies. And he's been telling me for the last 2 months or whatever to get into Yummy. So I'm really excited to hear y'all take on this. Like, on a chill Kong, because I'm interested for sure.
So this is one of, like I said, the Pokemon generation, I guess, was kind of like the sweet spot for definitely all of us when we were, like I said, like, we're young 30s right now, or so it was just something we grew up with. I remember when I was like 10 years old going to school and Pokemon was always on right before I was getting ready to go out. So this was something that it just kind of pulled at that nostalgia for me. So in the Yummi Universe, the brand and Naru, as they call it here, that looks like the little narwhal with the blue one, that just kind of, to me, the way that how clean it looked, it resonated. It was like, this could be huge. I don't know what it is like yet, but the more I got to learn about it, these guys are some of the friendliest inside the space, and very, very, people don't know how like well connected they are, and on top of how like technically advanced this team really is. So one thing that actually happened this week, we've talked to them. We've had David onto the show. We've had the developers,
their whole
DJ
team
Zero
is awesome.
Action, Supfrost, and Fan2 Robot, all those guys who created the white paper and the tokenomics. We've got a chance to talk to them. But the cool thing, what they just dropped over here is their token, their Yummi token over here that just got airdropped to all the Series 1 holders who, if you saw before those 10K profile pics ever became a thing, they had the boxed like vinyl versions of them where they're in the 3D mode where it almost looked like they were in like a little plastic box, or they had them the unboxed figurines that you could have. So they kind of went, and these they gave you a little overview chart over here. They've been announcing this inside the white paper for a while, but these unboxed and these boxed and these trading cards, little do people know is Yummi Universe, or maybe they do know, is that they're creating an actual game. It's going to be sort of like I said, Pokemon, where you're going to be able to battle these creatures inside of a game. You'll log onto a web app, connect your wallet to it, have your different card packs, your different monsters and trainers and moves and things like that. And you'll be able to actually battle and win ADA and compete in tournaments and have like a story mode. Like it's a full on game is what they're building. But these trading cards for the Series 1 prior to that 10K picks ever becoming a thing, these were actually one thing, like what Tom said, I made a play over here was because I was trying to collect all 7 of these. And if you inside of these 7 trading cards, they had hit points and attack points and in defense and stuff like that. So one thing that they're doing is anybody who, obviously all 3 of these, you're going to go ahead and get an airdrop of the Yummi token for being an early rewarder. You're not going to be able to stake these at all, but these little trading cards, they're actually going to give you an airdrop of that character card to play in game. So that was the big play for those. And inside of that, all these different ones right here were able to give you a Yummi airdrop, which they just did yesterday. And they kind of give you a breakdown here of all the different Yummi you would earn for each one of whatever you held. So that's where you saw a bunch of people getting all that new that Yummi token airdropped over to them. So I went ahead and I grabbed and finished out my set before everything got crazy. And actually Rats DAO went ahead with Fan2 Robot over there inside the Rats DAO, and they sweeped up a bunch of this stuff right before the airdrop. Nice. So that was a big thing for them. But one thing that I was really surprised to find out about Yummi Universe when they did drop this token. We knew it was happening, but what we didn't know was what kind of partnerships they had in the works. And the big thing about them is now that this token is out, they've actually immediately were on DEXs, which was huge. They announced the first thing prior to the DEX announcement was this announcement in partnership with Trading Tent over here. So Trading Tent, if anybody doesn't know, is just basically a safe form of it. Like I said, escrow. Well, in this space, how people get scammed, you're able to have smart contracts and see it in real time and be able to trade and swap stuff out over on their platform. But you're actually going to be able to trade their Yummi token now instead of ADA. You can purchase NFTs or trade, back and forth with ADA or with Yummi instead of ADA, which is huge for them. And outside of that, they went ahead and announced this partnership when they dropped this over here that they are on Sunday Swap and they're over on Min Swap right over there on a DEX. They have a ADA Yummi pool available currently right out the gate. And that was something that most people I don't think were expecting, especially when you drop a brand new token, especially for a little game like this. That was a huge announcement for us. And instantly, a lot of people who were in that space and were rewarded early, they made thousands of ADA right off the jump, just jumped off of that initial airdrop. So this was huge news for us. And right before we had got on another announcement that just happened, another partnership, which they're kind of teasing multiple partnerships that they're announcing, is with over here with CNFT Jungle and the CNFT Predator, that subscription tier where you can snipe stuff. Mm-hmm. They got you're able to actually pay for that subscription in Yummi, the token right now. So they're giving you all kinds of utility for this token prior to the game even coming out, because this token is going to fund the entire game.
That's the main utility. Yeah. I mean, they're giving us all these extra bonus things. That's what everyone's counting on.
Can you do that now? Can you purchase that? We got to tell Tal, because Reddick, my homie Reddick with Wallet Wednesday, he has the subscription, the sniping tool. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I know it gets up to like $400 a month or even more or something.
It could get expensive. I haven't even really played around with that yet, but considering where we're at, you can actually, I think all this goes live. Like everything that they've announced, it's live that you're able to do.
That's really nice utility.
So gaining that, like there's multiple things right off the bat with this stuff that we weren't expecting. And then the big thing, the announcement, which obviously happens next week on May 15th, is the staking of your actual Narus. Mm-hmm. And we have a video over here from DJ Zero Action, which is one of the developers over there. And he was kind of showing off this, the staking website of this is the liquidity pool, on how to actually log into, like MinSwap or one of those, provide liquidity right now. Currently, you can have an ADA pair to Yummi over here. So he was showcasing that off. But what you can actually do coming up onto the 15th, this is what I really wanted to show off here, is their staking website. So if you do own those seasonal, those spoopies, the springs that just minted, or you own any of the 10K Yummies, you're able to come over to their website, their staking website here, and it's going to show you how much Yummi you're able to earn per month. You're either going to be able to lock them up into a smart contract for 3 weeks, 5 weeks, or 7 weeks. And it gives you an estimated amount of Yummi you're going to earn per month. So just to kind of put in perspective of what the price of Yummi currently is as we're recording of this video, one Yummi equals 0.006 ADA currently over here on Sunday Swap. So
more than Hosky.
Yeah.
Supply on that, guys. Do you know what's the total supply and then like the circulating supply?
So they have inside the
there was a
tokenomics.
chart, yeah.
Inside the tokenomics section of that, I want to say, was it 10 billion or 100? It was something big like that, but it's going to be phased in series. Like all of that supply is not going to be there at once. They're, the initial staking right now that they're doing of this airdrop plus the initial staking rewards, that's going to start the ecosystem. So that supply was, I think, more
10 billion.
10 billion, yeah. So that's the total supply. But I want to say they're going to start off around, I want to say they said 800 million maybe to start. When they initially, the ecosystem gets going.
It's 8 billion, yep.
Yeah, so then it starts to tier up as the game gets online and, all the different stuff. So it's not.
I'm sorry, 8 billion, not to cut you off, 8 billion.
8 billion out of the 10 billion start out. Yeah, it's 8 billion, I think, is the actual fund of like the ecosystem itself. 80% of that goes to this. But anyway, this staking website right here is where you're going to be able to actually earn that Yummi and kind of lock this stuff up. It's all smart contract enabled. You'll be able to connect your wallet up here. And it actually gives you your estimated amount of, depending on how many Yummi you hold. So like I have my wallet connected right now. It tells me how much I'm estimated to earn.
It's not a subtle flex. I see.
No, I'm glad you called him out because I usually always do.
I always do that, right?
This is my wallet right there. Hey, But it's really sweet. Let's compare this to the Ape Society here soon when they come out with their website, see if there's a lockup period and stuff, remember? So this is really nice. I like what Yummy's got going on.
Well, they to me, I mean, I was always the cute like creature, right? Like it's a game, like they're going to be able to battle these things down the line. But what I didn't really anticipate was how well done the tech was behind what they have.
Right.
I didn't either.
It's great.
I never really got into it because, again, right, there's so many things out there. If you're not investing in it, like I can't be playing around wasting
So much time. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So my big play, why I always talk about it over here, why I kind of doubled down so hard into it was just because of how well, like what their long-term vision and plan is. Like, this is something that I plan to be here for a while. This isn't like the jump in, flip it around. You could definitely do that with certain times, like there's certain catalyst events. One thing that is still going on right now is the seasonals. They have 4 seasons, so they've released 3 of them. You had the spoopies for autumn, you had the winners for winter, the Christmas time ones, then a spring that just came out, and they have one more drop in the summer of those seasonals that's about to come out. And then you have all 4 seasons, and then each season you get 4x rewards for any of the current ones. So like these spring ones, as I go down here after the load up, any of the spring ones that people have, whatever it tells them their estimated Yummy amount is going to be, you're actually going to be able to get 4 times the amount of that currently staked. So there's people right now who are getting, on the Yummy market, some of this stuff is like you only are able to earn 1,700 Yummy for like a 600 ADA Well, some of these ones that are going for like 350 for the springs are going to earn like 4 times that in certain aspects. So, and that's just for this next month because they're in season. So there's a lot of cool like aspects to what they're doing out there. And then eventually what the goal is in, I want to say it's sometime and hopefully in June, is they're going to be doing their first sale of the card, like the booster card packs. So you're actually going to be able to get the in-game like creatures and things like that. The first sale is going to be in ADA because their whole entire team, everything that they're doing is all self-funded. They don't have funding or backing for anybody. So they're raising that first sale in ADA. And then from there on out, every single card pack that you do is going to be bought with this Yummy token out there. So we've been joking around on the stream is like, to take it back to like the streamer days of are these live streams, doing live card pack openings of Yummy, like Yummy packs on stream.
That's a great idea.
That is so cool.
We talked about doing that too long ago. Let's just open mystery card packs on
Love watching that on YouTube. Love watching because I'm a card collector. Again, that's what I did. Y'all did like Pokemon. I was like collecting Michael Jordan and Olympic 93. The 9. You know what I mean? Like the Dream Team.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh,
that was big with us. Yeah.
Man, but this is really cool, man. Y'all make me want to. What is the floor on these?
So the floor of the 10K Yummies,
20, I think.
Like 529.
Yeah, 500.
Good Lord.
So and it just I don't know if you guys are too familiar with like the Yummy like resources that people have over here, but if you go to CNFT Jungle, which we kind of talked about over here, but these over here will actually give you, they have a good, because of that partnership, that makes more sense to me now that they've announced that partnership with CNFT Jungle, because currently the only way to see how much your estimated Yummy you were going to make was to go to their website to see this. But if you go over to CNFT Jungle now, this website sometimes takes a little longer to load. They have so much going on, but if you go in here, you're actually able to see it'll give you the website to buy, it'll take you to JPG or whatever the listing asset is, but it also tells you up in the top right corner there, how much Yummy you're going to be able to earn. So you're able to sort by how much the staking rewards are, and not necessarily like this rank 15 actually earns less Yummy than rank 26. So you go by how much Yummy you're actually earning on there. So this is a good way to snipe for anybody who is getting into Yummy. So this is what I recommend taking a look at, because again, some of this stuff, this thing's 475, it's getting you 5,800, 5,300. This stuff for a 10K Naru to get you that same amount right now, you're going to probably spend upwards of 1,000 ADA to be able to get that. So
does it change when it's in its season? Will it change on here?
It'll drop.
Yes. So right now, everything, all these springs are in season. So they're 4 times the rewards that you normally would earn. So after June, these will go back down to their original price. Then the summer ones will come back in, the brand new ones, those will be in season. And then eventually when we get to fall again, the spoopy ones will go back in season.
Wow. This is an edge that you guys have that you can easily play the seasons. You know what I mean? If you wanted to, you know what I mean?
100%. Well, my goal, like you said, for most people who are getting in, if they're like, I don't know where to start with Yummy, there's so much going on. If your goal is long-term to stack up this Yummy and then also be able to fund yourself to be able to play in game, open card packs, whatever it is that you want to do in the game, best recommendation I have for new people getting in is if you don't have a lot of ADA, go buy a decently floor price, like 10K Naru, because that's always going to be your initial like investment. That's their, their main, like their clay nation of the project, right? The initial buy-in. Buy one of those, and then go, if you can, when all 4 of those seasons are out, go grab one of each one of those seasons. So that way you're always in season earning 4 extra rewards on there throughout the year. So those are the kind of like the initial plays I always kind of say out there. Now that the initial airdrop has happened for all the season 1 people, or series 1 owners, that stuff you don't have to worry about that anymore, right? Now is just where this stuff is going to shine. So this is a little bit of, like I said, alpha for us when we're going to recommending anybody who gets into Yummi. I would recommend, if you guys, like I've said, if you have questions about wanting to get into this stuff, obviously let us know. But we're extremely, like I said, like bullish onto this project. At least I know I am. And then Tom and TJ, you guys can kind of give your thoughts too.
I'm excited for the card packs when they come out, because as we talked about, and you guys said, like, I was big in collecting cards. I still have my Pokemon cards right next to me in my drawer over here. So I'm pumped for that. And of course, the staking too that Tommy's talking about, because I had mine listed for a little bit, and I realized you get 4x for the season. I'm like, oh, let me take that off the market real quick.
Yeah, so, TJ minted like a really rare. We minted like the 23rd ranked like seasonal spring one when he had done that. So he had something brand new into this stuff. And then outside of that, the card packs too are like that's the stuff that gets you, like you said, excited, because it does take you back to like that Pokemon game. And there's obviously that's a $1 billion market for Pokemon out there for people playing that stuff. And
largest media franchise ever.
Yeah,
bigger than Marvel, bigger than Disney. It's the biggest one.
And what I think about this is like, we grew up with Pokemon. Well, people over on this blockchain, these guys have the potential to get outside of just Cardano. Like, they could become commercially global with the brand that they have, the way it looks. So this is like early screenshots of what the game and stuff will look like over here. It's crazy. These are the cards that you're going to be able to, you get a trainer. This is a new one of their creatures, which they're calling Spike right now. So this is a new one of the monsters you'll be able to earn in game packs. And then some of the moves too. So you'll mint a trainer, a Yummi creature, and a move inside those little battle packs. So this is happening, like I said, hopefully, if all goes well, sometime in June, coming up here soon. So this is where you're in. Yep. And this is where your incentive is to go ahead and actually purchase the Yummi token right now. Because the first card pack, though, just to stress that, is going to be with ADA. You're going to be able to buy it in ADA. And then after that, everyone will be bought with the Yummi token.
Okay.
So yeah, this is some of the stuff.
Happen. All of that, is that going on now?
May 15th, I think, the staking.
May 15th, you're going to be able to stake here. So that's coming up, like I said, this upcoming week, which is what is that, Sunday?
Sunday, yep.
Yeah. So you'll be able to come right to this website. They've shown demos of this stuff, but basically you're just going to connect your wallet, come over here and choose which Yummies you want, choose a time period to lock them up. And it's important to note that it is smart contract enabled. So once you sign, that Yummy's coming out of your wallet and it's stuck there for 3 weeks, 5 weeks, or 7 weeks. So it also is going to decrease the supply of Narus that are on the market, which is great, so they become more exclusive. And that increases the amount of Yummi that gets funded into the ecosystem. So really the community decides how valuable these are, which is the cool part.
Like that. I didn't know how I felt about the lock, like, them staking it, but like, if you're not selling it, you love it. It's removing it from the supply, that you can't just be a flake. And you 3, 5, 7 weeks. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, all those people that were just trying to sell it, letting them sit there like, I don't really want to sell a floor, so I'll put it up for, that extra $208 floor. If someone wants to buy it for that, they can have it. Probably no one will take it though, but it's not doing anything anyway. So I'll just post it. Now it'll actually make you some Yummi, make some money.
I was gonna say, my OG Naru has been pretty much locked up since I minted anyway. It's just sitting in my wallet the whole time.
So some people just kind of post those up for like a crazy price. Maybe someone will buy it or see it and fall in love with it, and they'll take that, 3 times floor or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm just happy, Tommy, because seeing that price of what the Yummi token's at already, because right now, of course, every project is moving towards their token. Everyone's kind of throwing in their dice, like, let's see what happens. We'll come out with a token. We're going to give some to our team, and if it is successful, we'll make a bunch of money. Besides a handful, Pavi is the one that stands out the most. They're probably the biggest project that have been successful with actually having a token that has some actual value behind it, and you can make some money, like selling it yourself. You got it airdropped. To see them come so strong right on, their first day coming out with it and airdropping it is encouraging. I'm just happy because, obviously we talk about them all the time. So we're just very hopeful they succeed, just as part of the community member itself and also a holder of the NFT.
Yeah.
I have a question. If you guys know, when you stake your NFTs and they're locked up, does that take away your Discord roles?
Ooh. That I know they're working on trying.
That's a good question.
That was a question that they asked, and they actually have an AMA on Friday here, the 13th. Is it Friday the 13th this week?
Yeah,
it is. Nice.
Introverts is minting.
Right. So they so they do have an AMA, and that I think is a question in there for how that's going to work, because right now, even when the springs happened, I lost my whale roll for the spring roll because it didn't recognize the new policy of the springs.
Right.
So that was something they said they're so
he had it for the fall. He had it for
he
fall
was freaking
December.
out. He was so upset for a day.
They hadn't put spring into their rolls yet, so they just had the fall and December one had gotten him that whale roll, and then when he had to burn a few to get his springs, it didn't kind of fill in the gap yet.
Yeah, and eventually, like I said, it kind of gives you a nice little back and forth of what the staking does, how it funds the treasury for the Yummi distribution, and eventually funds the game for the play to earn portion of this stuff. And one little fun fact that when we got a chance to talk to David over there too is that he's approached Netflix already for their animated series, kind of to go the Pokemon route. But they pretty much told him, look, you need to have a fleshed out 12 episodes plus more kind of thing. So that's something that's still in the works down the line for them. But if this goes well and successful, the sky's the limit for this brand. It is super recognizable. The artwork is amazing. What they're doing, it fits well in that space, in that lane.
So is there an OG collection and then 4 seasonal collections?
Mm-hmm. That's
so
right.
there, yes, yeah.
Sure.
So there's 10,000. Yeah, there's 10,000 of the 10K. They call them the 10K Narus over here. They have, let's see if I have this right here. I can give you a good visual to kind of showcase everything. They actually have it right here if I can pull this for you. So they have the 10K profile pick Narus that you see a lot on side of here. So 10,000 of these. Then they have these seasonal Narus, which never really were meant to be what they are now. I think it got more voted by the community, but they dropped 10,000 of the spoopies, as they call them, the Halloween ones. And then they had a community vote back then. They were going to add more into it, but nobody wanted, instead of diluting the pool and making them more and more of these things, they decided, hey, we're always going to keep seasonals at 10,000. They're going to be 1-to-1 to the original 10K. So in order to make that happen, they decided to burn each season. You had to burn a spoopy in order to get the new version, or now you have to burn a spoopy and a winter to get the spring, and then now you're going to be able to burn all 3 seasons both, to get the summer.
One. You can burn either one. They just want to make sure the total supply is always at 10,000 for all 4 seasons included. And it was kind of like a thing of Halloween was really one of the first major holidays for the space, and then we had the Good Charlotte drop with Clay Nation was their big Halloween one. So I think the original one, the Spoopies, was only 5 ADA. You just had to be at holder of the 10K. 5 ADA will give you like a little, fun Halloween Naru. And then, it's just developed into this kind of, even almost a pillar of part of their project now with how much they're going to be involved in staking and things like that and the earning of Yummi.
It's crazy to see where they've kind of gone. And even said it now, each one of those seasons now, they even have their ultimate legendary ones that come out that earn a lot more Yummi than some of the others. So they even have different rarity tiers inside of this stuff as well. But yeah, it is interesting, like you said, to see where they've kind of started at, where they're ending up right now. And big last thing, if anybody has any takeaway from what we've been talking about, is that the only things that are going to be stakeable currently are these 10K profile pick Narus and then the 10,000 seasonals. So those are the only 2 ones you're going to be able to stake to earn that Yummi token. So if you're looking to pick up anything Yummi currently, you need to grab one of these 2 to do that. So that's our kind of long introduction into Yummi Universe. And if anybody,
I really like it more now. Tal and I never got into him. He just said buy him, and I trust him. And now I really understand why.
So another project that I know both of us have got a chance to talk to each other over here, actually for the spotlight, we had you guys on for Ape Society. And this is a project that I know both of us know a little bit about, but you guys for sure. I know you guys own one of the kings as well over there. So you guys are deeply rooted into this community as Ape Society. I wanted to get into this stuff because they've had their cabins mint has happened. That's out in the open right now. We're still currently staking it, or the airdrops are still coming through on drip drops for the Ape Society token. And then kind of the next phase of where they're going is starting to kind of emerge. And I know you guys have just got us, like you said, a chance to sit down for the meld, the ApeFi, the Twitter space that you guys had done. And then I wanted to kind of get some an update for this stuff for anybody who was listening for Ape Society. Chronic, you guys want to kind of jump into this?
Yeah, as far as the ApeFi, they have now they're connecting the Ape Society community with DeFi platforms. They had MinSwap a couple weeks ago, and today this past week they had Meld, and it's just educating. And we had Matt, we had Ken, we had Andrew, and then Verbus, all from Meld. Right there alongside us, talking, asking about the Ape Society, trying to get in NFTs because they have a Diamond Hands NFT, which if Meld, they're gonna have a bunch of stuff going on, right? Y'all know about all their
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were trying to figure out their utility behind their NFTs because if you have Diamond Hands, you're able to get in their checking account and such like that. So a lot of perks on their end. So yeah, man, they're just trying to educate community, which I really love, right?
Oh, for sure. And I mean, outside of that too, because like you said, we're in the middle of that. I think May 20th is the last epic. And once we get through for the initial that drop of that society token for them. So once we get out of that,
it's already at the end of that.
Isn't it crazy how quick that went, bro? It was like 10 weeks, right?
It's already at the final thing where you get the trophy and everything. We're already through that. When did you guys come on for a spotlight? Like 2016? How long has it been? Oh my God. It's already been like to the end of that run already. That's crazy.
Time is flying.
That's awesome though. I'm excited to see that then though. So we're gonna get trophies coming out and stuff like that and get that final huge drop.
That's so that Diamond Hands trophy.
Yeah,
but the main thing too, like we said, we know the cabins that drop, but so that puts us with the Meld thing into that space of, can we trade this token? What can we do with society? So they're moving to get into those DEXs as well, right? To be able to finally trade that token and give it some sort of value outside of, like you said, inside the Ape Society universe, which is really cool. Because that's what, I mean, at the end of the day, we all want that to be a thing, right? Like I want that Ape Society token that I've earned or have gained over time to be worth something outside of just in that universe, right?
Exactly.
Can't wait to release the frames and everything to actually reveal the true utility, because frames only can be purchased with Society Coin.
Right.
You can't build them with a craftsman. So it's going to be interesting here to see. They're going to release the game mechanics here soon, kind of like the Yummies.
It's an interesting circle they have built in too, because you have to buy the frame Society, and then that's how you get the frame to stake, and then you get more Society. It's kind of like feeds into itself. So even when you buy them, even when you buy your frame with your Society, I mean, you're almost getting the Society back when you start staking.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. And some of that Society is burned when you buy the frame, so it's deflationary. And the important part is, we're going to see how much liquidity we have here soon, because it's not all 700 million is going to be released. And the biggest holder of the Society coin is going to be the Ape Society DAO. So that's what they allocate that, to do. They can put it in a liquidity pool on with Meld or MinSwap or something, and that provides it for the whole ecosystem.
Right.
It's a million options for these smart individuals to come up with, right? Like, not smarter than me. So it's going to be fun to play this game.
Well, it's crazy too, because like you said, now that the Society token, I was like, that's just the next step on that roadmap to get the ecosystem up and running right now. So we've showcased this multiple times. We've had you guys on for the the spotlight as well. So you're seeing these cabins that have minted. You're going to be able to stake, like you said, build the frames, or if you have what's the second one, the artist. The artists are going to be able to get a frame, and even if you don't own an ape, if you were inside of this recent cabin sale, you guys were able to now be part of that metaverse, and you can actually stake with those frames, to be able to earn Society, even if you don't own an ape itself. I wanted to shout this out too, because this is what the Chateau over here, the highest house inside this thing. And I know you guys definitely got one of them, at least for owning the king, right?
We had 4.
We got 4. Right, but the Shadow King airdrop, right? The one that she bought for the king, TJ, why we don't sell the king, she got airdrop, so happened to be the rank 55 Chateau, like the second best district. So it might pay for the king essentially if we wanted to sell it.
All I want to know is, can we come to your crib? And
that's what I'm saying.
Tal's our neighbor, so the neighborhood might be, there goes the neighborhood. Tal bought a cottage right down there, right across.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Well, the cottage I got, you might want to lock the windows and doors driving through my neighborhood.
I was going to say, I'm down on a fitting enough for me. When I mentioned mine, I got a cottage as well, but it was on Thomas Street. So that's actually my name, and I'm in the Thomas family. And I'm in the Thomas family. So I had a Thomas Street on Thomas. Yeah, it was fitting enough. But we're in like the I don't even know if I'm number T on the SLVD rating. If I'm ranked T on there, it was perfect. I don't even know if that's the thing.
Even
that
if it is what it is, we
TJ,
did.
you're a little NZ, right?
Well, I said you gotta lock the doors and windows and going down my street.
See, we right there next to the question mark in Cardman
right
City,
under where it says CC.
That's like the rank 55.
An A Chateau.
Yeah, I'm so blind right now while I'm watching. Oh, right here,
like a little bit to the question mark.
A little to the right, like 4 away from the question mark.
Oh wow.
On the opposite side. Right under the CC.
Right there,
right about there.
Something like that. I haven't done it.
Right about there.
Yeah, we have 2 A's. A B and a C, but we traded Tal for a Space Bud for a B Chateau. So,
so now we have a Space Bud
so
thanks to one of those chateaus.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's pretty
painful.
Good.
Get rid of it though.
It was painful.
That is rough. Yeah, but like you said, 158 at a minute with all the ones you were held, all the spaces you were given turned into a Space Bud. It's not too bad.
I mean, it's not bad, but
that's a
great
we
trade-off.
Still hold 18, so we still holding strong. We ain't, not too overexposed next segment,
Yeah, right. There you go. No shout out to that. Preface that, right? So one thing that everybody I know, if everybody's kind of paying attention to like secondary, like I always, especially now with like with the price of ADA, like good buying opportunities for anybody who is new into the space. Like I always tell somebody, I think we've mentioned this, TJ, when we did a live stream recently, was the Ape Society cabins. These are still, I think the floor, whether they drop down into like the low 200s,
215 we were talking before stream. Yeah, surprised.
It's a great entry point for this project. That is a great way to get into the project if you are outpriced by the apes.
Right. Go on to 250 for a long time.
I don't think anybody saw some people saw the market going where it is. It's just a matter, like we said, we're so volatile in the NFT game where even some of the top projects, they get it, they experience this stuff. And I think anybody, when it comes to like metaverse plays right now, even take Clay's, with the hype that they had, even to see where some of the plots for where they're at right now, everything, until they could start to see more from that universe of what you can actually do with it. I understand it to a degree. But one thing with this heat map right here, like obviously the dark red is like the A tier, this SLVD rating. So they basically rate them like the alphabet, like A through Z, with Z being like the worst area, I guess, considered for location, landmark, and just central like to the map, versus A, who are like the hot spots inside the thing, which you guys have. So you guys know, I didn't research enough. Like, do you know what any of these ideas of what these kind of question marks could be on side of the map?
What's the Discord saying? Are they speculating?
Landmarks? They're landmarks for sure. But listen, these green ones, like an 11 Dork East, they have look at that price. It's one of the highest priced districts and the lowest rated because people, for one, it has some landmarks and a bunch of group of people decided to drive up the real estate. They're like, this is one of the cheapest prices here now. And we're going to go ahead and everyone in the whole community try to do it. And they got a big old Twitter space.
Well, they wanted to get, excuse me, they wanted to get a lot of OG ape holders in there who had been in Discord and talking forever and became great friends. They just came up with the idea of, let's buy in the district that's kind of further away. And it's called the Dork East District. We're all dorks here. That's what they, said. And they are very excited and proud to own real estate in one together. So that it's all community driven. Look at how that is a great description.
So their neighborhood's high
on community driven things because they decided it was going to be popular and it became popular. Well,
this is one thing with the Ape Society that I love because it parallels like real life, right? And the reality is like you have a hierarchy, you have like the kings all the way down to the workers of the craftsmen. But then now that you have a society out there and built, you guys are deciding what's hot out in the streets, right? I don't care what that green square says. Dork East is the spot to be. Y'all need to get there. Yes. We're going to drive the price up.
Well, have they looked at Skolnick SG? Because that's where your boy's at. I need some, real estate driving up.
Well, we own a cottage in District 11 DE. We minted one, and of course, we were going to end up selling.
Sorry, the kids.
Oh, y'all are good. Yeah.
I'll start that over. Hold on. I'll get her in just a second. Of course, we were going to sell some of our cottages, possibly. We were discussing that. But now that I know that we're one of the dorks in District 11, I'm going to be keeping that one.
That's dope.
Because we love the community, love the people in it. And so that it makes a difference, really.
Oh, for sure.
Well, that ended up working out perfect. You had one in there. That's Yeah, it was
we
crazy.
luckily got to be part of it.
Because I mean, they were literally as expensive as 15 Cadman City. So Cadman City, Golgan City, and Tasama City is Congo, Matassa, and Cardman like jumbled up.
Their names re-jumbled up.
So I got you.
I was on Cardman Avenue, so little
Tom minted a really good one over here, and he played the game for the Zip and Flip because he, just at the time it made sense to do.
Absolutely.
I had the estate.
He had a rank C. He had rank C on Cardman, whatever that was. Yeah.
That was one of the best, because only A and B's are chateaus, so you got the next best thing.
Yeah.
So
good to know. Okay.
But it was weird. We didn't know. We thought A was closest to the center, and then it went out to Z, but then it kind of made it look like they came up with this SLV, and now. Who knows what these could be,
What I'm curious about is why are these hotspots over here in the red and stuff like that? When obviously I can tell, the question marks that make sense, but why are some of these considered hotspots? What do they got planned long term? That's always the game that you play with this stuff.
I think maybe they're chateaus, bro. If you look up only if you filter through Chateau A, on JPG, if you go A SLPD rating,
gotcha.
Only chateaus. Yeah. So that's chateaus and districts. So dorks don't have nothing. It's just cottages and estates, you feel me? And that's how it kind of is. So, because if you look at the streets, they might have only estates and chateaus. Some might have a cottage. So that cottage on a street with a chateau is obviously going to be more expensive, right? You're on the cheapest house on the block type of deal. You want that, So it's kind of crazy and interesting. You really got to dissect by street, by name, by district, then the landmark. So it's a lot to be revealed. And I think the people that sold, selling right now, or it can be accumulating, might.
Well, and that just goes for anybody trying to get into this space.
I'm looking again at that price.
Take this heat map.
Oh yeah.
Take this heat map. Sure. And really, you can find some good deals out there for people who may just be dumping floor because hey, I got a cottage. I know these are flooring at 215. I just want to get rid of my ADA. Here's a cottage, but they don't realize that cottage is in whatever district or whatever it may be.
That's going if you look, certain cottages are going for 1,200. Certain estates are going for 2,400. And then certain chateaus are going for 28, but it's a different district. Now, certain estates. Chateaus go for 55 to 7,000 consistently when they sell in the main districts, right? So it's all kind of like Pavia Center, and Pavia is now doing, whatever, teas and stuff. So can't wait till them question marks are revealed for sure, man.
I can't wait either. The only one that I hold, like I said, I just looked it up while we were chatting over here. I was sitting number 4 over in Brrrr over here. So I don't know. I'm somewhere in this little area. So well, I'll be watching from the outskirts.
How to kind of check it out, and they might not look so interesting, 35 down there. They got it. You can snipe something by the question mark and blah blah blah. Who knows?
What is adds a new layer, right?
Stadium, dude. Absolutely. It might be a stadium. It might be something else. You got to realize, they're going to have something. And these guys are too smart.
Oh, they're cool.
Well, it's just like I said, whether this comes out, in a few weeks, whether it comes out in a few months, whether it comes out in a few years, it just pays, like you said, now to be vigilant on whatever it is that you're doing. If you're committed to this long term, now's your time to, especially in these kind of terms and the conditions that we're in, go do the research, spend the time, find a spot inside one of these things. And if these guys execute the way that they're saying they're gonna, that's where the real buying opportunity comes for some of these projects. So,
and then the last thing too, guys, the Society coin on Drip Drop says 0.12. You know what I mean? I don't know how liquid we are, but that's nice free, drops. You said, Yummi, you collected some, you could have converted into ADA. Same here. It's
already seeing some return. Exactly. That happened.
Absolutely.
Or anything.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So I know I forgot to mention in the Yummi segment too. It's the same thing where they're if you are a stakeholder in their thing too, you can actually claim on drip drops too to earn their token, which is the same thing that's happening right now in Society stuff as well. So that's dope to hear. It's good to get a good update on what the Ape Society is doing. It's cool to see them with Meld and some of these bigger DEXs and different things of Cardano protocols that are coming online, because it's not just an NFT project. It's you are investing into this universe that these guys are building, this brand, this company that they have big plans for. And you can be a part of it even if you don't own one of the expensive apes, because I think what the apes sitting around maybe 2,000 right now. Somewhere around that floor value.
2,100 something. But remember too, guys, if anyone doesn't, have other NFTs that you can stake in your frames, non-apes. So that's another thing. You have
that's huge.
You can earn society coins.
It's about 2,000,
And cross-chain. Isn't it going to be cross-chain?
Is that their eventual plans? I could see them working on something. That makes sense, though. Yeah, or at least discuss it, because that'd make a lot of sense to open things up. They could.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be fire.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Logging into Ape Society's like website. You go to their actual website. You get your cabin, with whatever Cardano wallet. But then you go, hey, I want to stake my thing inside my frame, and it gives you MetaMask, it gives you Nami, it gives you all that stuff, and you can choose any NFT to stake inside there. That'd be dope.
They all having partnerships with Solana and stuff, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're going that way. I don't know
for sure, but I thought, I might be thinking of something else, but I thought that could be a possibility.
I know Surge and Ugly Bros are going cross-chain, but my point with that was you could stake your other NFTs, not your Narus, because you're getting Yummy, right? But you could stake other NFTs that are not rugs, right? That's legitimate projects to get society. I know for a fact, because it's got to be like a non-rug project.
Damn, so I can't get my rugs at home then, huh?
Can't get your rugs at home, bro. Like, forever, like wall of shame. That's what.
Damn it.
Next time you're in a Twitter space with Dan from Crypto Capital Venture, ask him about my Coco logo. Can I stake it in here to earn some society? Will that get me going?
Hey, yeah, right. He actually. I haven't. Yeah. Oh.
No, we don't have to get into that. I'm just messing around.
I know a lot of our Ape family who is now out buying more artsy pieces. Our friend Cloud9, he's been showing a lot of art pieces that he's been buying just because he wants to be able to put them up on his walls inside the cabin. So it's even guiding what people are even buying NFTs for now, because that's going to be
give more utility.
One time, what you did for our thing, dude, just putting us up in that picture, it was crazy.
That'd be great, right?
Oh yeah.
and then the projector, bro, like that was so awesome. Imagine that's what I was telling y'all. Imagine what y'all can do. You can just whatever, and that's why I always thought like in the Metaverse Pavia or whatever, just that projector or a billboard you build and buy, and it plays your YouTube channel the whole time. Yeah, and the people.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy to think about.
There in the cabin.
A forever stream, dude. That people can be sitting there drinking their fakes. So you know how it is, and they learn, and it's crazy. That's where we're going.
And then I think you may be able to earn society token because people may pay you to stream things inside of your cabin. I think that is going to be a utility for the projectors.
For advertising, that'd be huge, though. Yes, or even just like playing over the radio or something like that, and it's just your you can buy a radio channel and just have your podcast on it playing like repeat.
And they even said something about like getting in, like you're gonna be able to see inside of the best cabins like there. So imagine like your cabin is nominated because it's the best decorated, and you have all these eyeballs, and then it's just like. You know what I mean? It's a branding opportunity, a marketing opportunity,
For sure. I like the fact that they even advertise. They're not even shy about it. They literally put it on the website, advertise your brand or something you're a part of through your cabin. Like they're telling you like, hey, we're already pushing that.
Like that's fine.
It's crazy to even hear that. So maybe we'll be talking to you guys in the chateau. We'll come hang out over in the guest room. We'll put the projector up and we'll run the NFA and the Freedom 35ers collab podcast today.
Yeah, Tommy, you can build it. You'll build the projector.
The bar around the fire.
We'll come get some virtual drinks. We'll all be toasting up over there. We'll be like, hey, we're chilling.
It's gonna be sick.
Yeah. Well,
Chateau in Canmore City.
There you go. That'd be perfect. Well, shout out to the Ape Society and everybody over there, and shout out to them too, because I know they had set us up with whitelist spots and stuff back in there, and you guys as well, and a bunch of other people. So shout out to that whole team, and they're very big inside the community. They're very well connected and just some good people.
They are
doing some cool stuff for sure.
Transparent, knowledgeable, and all the above. And so is the community. It's popping every day, new buyers, and I believe what's my man David King shouted us out. And I want to shout him out because he obviously watches your show. He tweeted about us. He bought his first couple apes and his cabins. And the reason I say that, Rodney De La Cruz was one of the apes that never got sent to me from NFT Jam for 288, and now it's
damn
expensive ape. It's not that one, but another one. You know what I mean? But look at that. That's a nice sale. I mean, it just makes you happy, and that's what
I miss that. Nice. He bought a couple apes too.
6,000 ADA.
I don't know if he bought that one, but you can keep going down in his stuff. He actually shouted all of us out.
I do remember that when he was getting into it. I remember seeing that tweet come through. About him.
A video in the spotlight.
It wasn't long ago.
It wasn't long ago. And the point is, he bought that the person sent with a small contract sent it to him, and it should have been my ape, Mr. Taylor.
I'll never forget.
I'll never forget. No, because
I'm like, which one was this?
He has a long beard with a gold linen. It's there he is. Nope. God damn it, it's him, Rodney.
There he is. He's like, God
damn it is.
This is before smart contracts you sent in for him, and the guy just never sent it.
It was 278. I sniped this. That was my second ape I was gonna get. And the dude never sent it to me. He had 24 hours, just like CNFT.
Yeah.
The same thing was like
really?
7K. 7K. So for 278, it's 7K. And that's the only ape I don't have. That would have been number 13 for us.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that one's dope. It's got the nice little gold.
Like with the piercing too. That is sick.
The earring.
I have it saved. So David, don't hate me. I got your shit copy and pasted, bro.
Yo.
I will never forget.
I've been using that as an alter ego.
I have it in my stuff. Like, God, it's on my desktop, bro.
He said, God damn it, that's it.
I'll never forget it, dude. I'm so mad at that. Just like I had so many snipes that like rare colors, Tommy, like that we didn't get for 208 because of C.io and them.
Ah, man.
Those days were rough. Oh, man. I almost don't remember that. I don't like to think back on it.
David, congratulations, bro. I'm happy you're in that family, but I'm bitter about that ape.
Shout out to David.
But at least it was someone you know, though, right? It wasn't some rando. You know what I mean? Like, went to a good community member.
David's
so that's
one of
awesome.
the nicest dudes inside the community, too, man. Like, so nice. I always shout David out because he, when we had talked back in the space way back when he was doing Real Talk back in like December, he was like, Beyond Rockets was the thing back then. And he was like, yo, nobody listened to more Beyond Rockets, like the album, more than me. And I said, buddy, I got you beat. And he goes, send me the screenshot proof and I'll send you something. I sent him it. I beat him out. And he goes, I'll honor that. He sent me over a nice villa, like Sunnyvale villa from Beyond Rockets, which were like 600-700 ADA worth of stuff, and sent me that for free. And it was just like, shout out to David, bro. He's such a good dude over there.
Absolutely. So talked to him a bunch in spaces. And I just seen, I'm like, wow, he had that ape that should have been mine.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm so happy he was.
That's crazy.
At least it went to a good person, right?
That's what I was saying, yeah.
He knows where his home is. So.
Yeah, he's got a couple good estates, I believe, in Cameron City as well. So he came in and went for the good stuff. So that's
dope. I like that. So shout out to Ape Society over here. We could talk all night about this stuff. One thing I wanted to talk about and get moving into, which has been an update over here, is Overexposed.
Why do you want to talk about them?
I mean, the guys hate me at this point for even talking about Overexposed, only because of like what had happened. I'm happy, and I know I appreciate everybody who's like reached out on that kind of stuff. It's been just surreal to even like be a part of that. But one thing that happened over the weekend, which we finally got to see, was numbers 1 and 2 out of the top 10 that are unrevealed have been revealed. And these things look absolutely insane.
The music is unbelievable.
Unreal, the music over here, which I don't know if I'll get a chance to do the audio in here. It probably won't show through. But if you get a chance, go check out the audio for these mechanisms.
Well, even this one specifically, you can pause on it every time and it's a different like skin. It's sick.
It's so awesome. I love it. Ren killed it.
Great job, Ren.
Jeff,
job.
The mint was immaculate, my God, yeah. We minted 8 and we haven't sold any yet. I mean,
I've actually sniped a couple on the secondary myself, just because I'm waiting for that Blackpaper to come out, which comes out on May 16th, which I'm waiting for. I know we talked about these guys when they first came out. Like when the floor dropped for these things, the floor was like 1,200 to 1,500 ADA somewhere in there right out the gate. And we were talking about how crazy that was, because you don't see too many projects now, at least when they come out, because the mint price was 100 ADA for the whitelist. To see them go up a 12x right off rip like that was just a testament to how much people really, they valued this project.
and then maintained that, you know, they dropped into the fours for like a second. Now it's back up to
like 550. Yeah.
And
so
I'm so excited for you, man. I'm really pumped.
It's crazy.
I might like the other one better. I don't know.
I said out of the number two, the first 1 and 2, like, don't get me wrong. If I had this thing or any of them, don't get me wrong. I'll love every single one. This one to me looks super dope. And I know people have mixed opinions on which one they think is better looking out of the two. I just like this one for the still portion of this too. Like how dope this thing looks.
I didn't see that.
Like how dope this like stuff really looks. Like how detailed he really is. Like even down to the threads.
I didn't see this. Why I didn't see this?
So one thing,
you have Power Rangers too, and Sub-Zero on there.
Yeah, one thing. You got the Red Jason, you got Sub-Zero over there. Like, yeah, you got all kinds.
SpongeBob in the back. Got Dragon Ball Z too. See his hair. Goku back there.
Yep, you got Goku. But anyway, one thing about this stuff though, you guys, is that inside the metadata for all this is 3 different things. You got the animation, which we saw in the beginning right here. You got the music, which we were talking about here and over there, and then they give you stills for each one of these images. So you have 3 different things built in, and they're calling these ultimates is how they're, I guess, describing this stuff. It's different, all the different variations in the source key over there. Everything's super rare, but I mean, even down to the last detail inside of the pool PM over here, like the IPFS files, they look insane. Like how good this stuff is, man.
You killed it. Ren, you killed it.
And he acts like this is easy.
So awesome.
That's so good he is.
He's so joking around in the casual in the Discord. Like, oh, just kind of like hanging out. Like, oh, looks good, man. Nice. Cheers. Well done.
Down to earth. That's
I had the pleasure to talk to him multiple times. You know, interviewed him in Twitter Spaces as well, and he's awesome, and he's just growing. I can't wait to. Dude, look at the buckle. Oh my God.
The buckle's got the threads. It's got the stitching, everything, man. Even down to the screws, like. And you can't see any of that really when you don't zoom in like that. But when you zoom in, it's just even the threads down to the wings, man. Every single thing that he does is dope. I said out of the 2 that we have, this is the number 1 head that revealed. The number 2, which is like more like the Stormtrooper kind of look over here, which I think I like this one better. Just personally, I know Tom kind of feels different.
Until I seen the stills of the other one. So let's see the stills.
He looks like he was sprayed with foam insulation.
I love it all. And it has music to it.
My thing with this one is like when he shoots that laser, it feels like you get that kick with it. Like you could feel. I feel like I can hear it, even though there's no like.
And you almost feel the bass.
You can feel it. You can feel it.
Yeah, like that little. Yeah, so that's how good like testament to his artwork.
I would have loved if he pulled the sword or whatever behind his back too. That'd have been dope.
Oh.
Turn him around.
So if you check out the stills here, Chronic, this is what I was going to show you too. So look at even the snowflake inside of here. Like he's like, it's so hard to see on my screen. It's like got Twitter compression on there, but he's even got it down to like the snowflake, the light gleaming off the edge of these things. Like it's insane.
What do they call that body type, Tommy? In
the beast body type is
it's not packing peanuts.
Not packing peanuts.
I thought it was Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, Marshmallow Man.
It reminds me of like Ghostbusters, or not Ghostbusters, maybe Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ghostbusters. That's Mr. Stapo. He's one big marshmallow though.
They call it the Beast, but then the Marshmallow.
It is Marshmallow Ultimate, yeah.
Marshmallow Ultimate.
It's confusing. They got the body style and the body type.
Yeah, check out like it's
like buy it.
It is crazy to see like the detail, even what he's built into this stuff. Even like the snowflake.
Brother, what are you doing with this? This is like the king, okay? This is almost the king. So look, TJ gonna be
bro. I've been telling TJ
he's like, what are you selling? Where are you selling?
Exactly. So what you're doing, like
so this is mine right here, number 3, like over here. This is so anybody who's catching up to Overexposed, there's these 10 of these things that have been unrevealed. 2 of them, they're calling them they get exposed. 2 get exposed each week. So numbers 1 and 2, they're counting up to number 10, which we'll get to here in a quick sec. Which number 10 is different because it has the red over here and it has the number, but every single one of these has a number built inside. So they're starting at 1 and 2, those got revealed, and every 2 weeks, every Saturday, they're releasing the next 2. So me being number 3 this week, I get revealed with number 4. So I don't even know what to expect. Well, all I'm thinking is I've been looking at the different body types. I've been looking at the different like attributes. So you have like the horse right here, which is like that, it looks like a little horse or something like that. That's there. My hope that I'm getting right now is the hand, the master hand.
You like the hand,
I really like the hand, or if I don't get the hand, I really do like number 23 that sold, which was like one of the second highest sales for this.
I love
but it's like James Bond.
The suits are dope. Yeah, one of my favorites as well.
Listen, what my man Kongzi got, he got the
like
all
number
gold.
27. No, the gun.
He's got that head though, but he has the gun now.
Right
He's got
here,
that.
35.
Is it? Yep, check 35. That
number 35. Oh, dude, that gun with the little red laser, like
well, it's actually the laser on it. He's got the laser.
Yeah, he's got similar to that.
That stuff is so dope.
Missed that. He actually saw that I tweeted, "Hey, they reopened public mint, because not everybody got their mints." And he said
so he got on the second.
Wake up, see it.
Wow.
Secondary public.
Like the second,
the second one every allowed you to go in there because, excuse me, he didn't get picked for the first public, so you weren't.
And he got that.
He got that.
That's
Damn,
insane.
that's sick.
Cool.
That is so insane, man. Congrats to him. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know which one it's going to be. Like I've seen the statue bodies, which look really dope. I got a skeleton head or a skeleton body over here.
Those are super rare too.
I would any one of those would do good. Or this head right here that has
the Deathbringer.
Listen, don't be picky. All right, you already got one of the top 10s. All right.
The only thing what doesn't bother me, but what Ren, I've been casually like poking at him a little bit in the Discord every like day, and just be like, hey, what can I get a hint? Can I get something over here? And he goes, I'm super immersed. He dropped a quote in the thing over there. He goes, I'm super immersed. Number 3 and number 4. I can't wait to show you guys. And I'm just like, don't say that. Like, I want to know what that means.
Because we have a Deathbringer, like the blue head, but ours is red.
You all got one of these heads?
Yeah, we had. It's red.
Those are sick.
We got Deathbringer and we had the red wings with the.
That's dope, body. Bro.
But it's but not as the blue is so sick, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
Ours is the skull in the red, siren thing with a big body. But Krissy's got the moth wings. They got so many.
Yeah, mine's really sick.
Awesome things.
I haven't seen one yet where I'm just like, that's like whatever. But every single one of these is just like, damn, like they all look so good. I can't imagine what they've got. Like I said, this is I know 4-5 Jeff over is in there. He's like, y'all don't even know. Like we're just getting started right now.
That's what I'm so excited about, and I haven't sold any of my Genesis yet.
Right? No, you can't. You can't sell those.
Paper. I can't wait to see what he's gotten coming. If you wouldn't mind, like check out over there, filter in like the head style, and then you could see, or
head style or group.
Yeah, head style. So the Deathbringer. My bad. Yeah, check that out. So, these are the type you're looking.
Oh wow!
I would love to see one of these.
I like those Deathbringers a lot.
Yeah, ours is ranked 363 right
363 at the bottom right there.
That one at $29.99.
Oh, that's dope. You got the Yeti body
all
on
clean.
That too. That bomb. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that. That highly ranked. I'm gonna have to go look at it again because probably everything got updated.
Y'all better watch out for that Blackpaper con, since you don't. I mean, who knows what's going to happen once that gets dropped, right?
And
I'm so excited.
We holding 8 and then 5 in the Genesis, so we definitely believe in the project. So.
Yeah. Well, the crazy thing, like we were just saying on that, is even if you get out of this, is that once all 10 of these come out, you got the Blackpaper coming out on the 16th. What these first two did, which I know some of these were listed for sale, and somebody dropped, I think I want to say, I forget which one it was, they dropped like the stuff down to like the 30-something thousands for these unrevealed. And as soon as these two got revealed, they jumped up 132,000 and 120,000. So those people are out of the game unless somebody comes in and kind of snipes one of those. But what I wanted to shout out was number 10 here. There's a guy over in there, this 3knock, or however he wants to pronounce that over there. This was done through an escrow and through a trade, but 26,000 ADA plus about another 1,000 ADA of another NFT. He bought number 10. The unrevealed over there.
That's a good deal. If I could, I would have loved to have made that trade.
I feel like that was a hell of a snag, right?
Oh yeah,
I feel like
absolutely.
This potentially, the one reason that I like number 10 the most is not that it's the last one inside of all the revealed, is the color is different from all the others. So to me, it feels like Ren is progressively getting crazier and crazier as the higher he gets up to those 10. So it makes me think, I'm like, damn, I'm either way, I'm going to have something sick, whatever it is. I'm not worried about it, but this one right here just feels a little different for whoever did, for this guy who bought this.
Or Ren was running out of ideas after making all these, and this one's just going to be, he's just going to be red. It's just like red guy. All right, I'm done with this thing.
Hey, what are you going to do though? Are you going to hold it, or are you going to?
If one of those sell for 100K, Tommy, I bet you're selling. If one of those sold right now, you're selling, right?
I'll put it on record right here. I swear to God, if this thing sells for over 100,000, I'm out. I mean, just personally, that's financially life-changing for me in a way that I could do a lot of different things, especially me getting married and having, a wedding and all this stuff coming up in the next year with house and stuff like that. Like, I would for sure get out of it. And that's not to say anything bad about the project. That's just, I got to look at the draw. I got to take advantage of that, right?
And I'm happy to help you. So it's a great thing.
Probably like, hey, from $100, 100
ADA to 100, potential whatever this is. Don't get me wrong. If I made something that crazy amount of dollar value, don't think that I'm not going to come back into the project and reinvest myself back in. Like, I would 100% do that. Yeah, but it's weird to be like in this. I've never gotten a mint like in this. It's a weird position to be into, especially being a content creator where you're just like, people know you, they know that you have this, so now you got a little more pressure. Sometimes it feels like, oh, you can't sell that. Like, I'm gonna totally sell that if I need to.
Yeah, but this is also a first for Cardano as well. Like, they don't have these reveals and stuff, and you know what I mean. So it's really awesome to see the progression, and I'm looking forward to these few and the next, because he's already talking about season 2.
Yeah, inside the Blackpaper.
Mm-hmm. The Blackpaper. So like, I'm super excited about this in the future, because Jeff and the team have killed it, and Ren is just, only going to get better from here on out.
Yeah. Well, if this is what he starts with, I can only imagine where this guy can evolve and this team can evolve. And I know Jeff is always, like he said, he's in there. He's like, y'all don't even know. We're just getting started right now. So who knows? If you're not exposed to this project, no pun intended, literally go out, take a look at some of these floor mechanisms, because I think those are a good play prior to the May 16th Blackpaper coming out. And if you're looking to be something long-term involved, go shout out to those Genesis, those 1,000 tokens, because that's not just the initial next project. That's the life of the project. They're going to take care of those holders throughout. So that's something, that's like your membership into overexposed in general.
Anywhere Ren goes, Ren feels like he's conquered Cardano and wants to go to ETH again. Your whitelist translates through cross chain, and we're coming there eventually. So
for sure,
that's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The Genesis token is a lifetime membership to the project. Yep. Anywhere he goes, you get access to Ren. And the thing I'm also most excited about, they're doing a big old booth on the red carpet in CNFT Con, to where it's going to be like a big black box type deal. And who knows, if you have a Genesis, you have access to, he can make some, it's just cool. I don't know. I'm letting my mind run wild on that. Like, what you can do. He might put you in a movie, put you in a short film.
Who knows where you could go with this stuff, because he's got, like you said, the filmmaking experience, he's got the music experience, his visual, obviously the artistry and the attention to detail that they have inside this project. It is this next level, and it's setting a new bar for Cardano itself. And look at, like you said, even after where we're at, these things are still at almost 1,600 floor for these Genesis. So I wish I could complete. If I end up selling it for something crazy, I will go complete the set for sure and have all of them. But that rainbow one's getting a little pricey these days.
That's what we missed.
That's all we're missing.
Yeah.
Rainbow.
I feel like you guys will be able to get that here soon. There will be some, if things stay the way they are, there'll be an opportunity for y'all.
What are the rainbows up to now?
I don't know currently. The most recent one that sold was for 3,000 on the 9th. Okay. Yeah, so that's actually not a bad even deal right there.
They sold for more. They sold for 4 and 5K last week, but they have, I think the floor now is like 34 or something. They have one on it.
Yeah, so it's not too bad, and maybe, like I said, it may drop. But even if you hold one of these, you're guaranteed to get some sort of like whitelist access into whatever the next project that he's doing.
Rainbow's $27.99 right now.
So hey, y'all got a deal.
Yeah.
Y'all got a deal. Next time we talk to you guys are gonna be like, "Yo, we ended up completing the set over there." I'm gonna catch you guys in the dark room. Yeah, we'll catch that over there.
To get rid. I want to trade it. I want to trade my TL for it, and it's obviously I have to do something else. But
I really want everyone to get on and go listen to the music. Because the musicality, how he matches it to everything going on in the picture. There's some different sound to every movement, especially the one above with the
when the smoke comes out and
that it's unbelievable. So please go listen to it.
Yeah, well, shout out, these guys are so good, man. Like I didn't know what to expect when you first saw this, and then when these things dropped, I was driving home for like Mother's Day weekend at that time, and I saw those two come out, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing. Like,
what am I doing with my life?
Like,
yeah,
if you put it up for 50K right now, it'll sell. So like, you know,
I can't. I have to see what it is. There's no way I could do that, but beforehand.
Yes, I know, right? I agree.
No way. So what we wanted to touch about early on to the thing is, if I get home in time on there, I will probably go live, and we may watch this get revealed live over here. Absolutely. So
you need to
do it.
I would absolutely do that. I know my man Temmie with Cardano Ecosystem News got one,
and then DJ and Travis.
DJ and Trav got one as well. So it's congratulations, crazy. And we're looking forward to at least knowing who has them and knowing the type of money and decision they got to make, because it's
big choices.
It's hard choices, man. It just shows like you have a hard number that you're good with, and I can't wait to see you execute your plan.
And it just shows you what sometimes not. Again, this is a lottery shot for most people inside of there. You get one of these every now, like randomly throughout your career doing this stuff. But for anybody who's on the outskirts of NFTs, like the opportunity that you can get. This is a perfect example of that. All it was I minted something, hit a jackpot over here, and it could be a life-changing experience for a lot of different things.
10 out of 4,000. I mean, it's not horrible odds. It's not like
I was going to say
it's not a way. The lottery people play it every day, right?
Much more realistic.
Yeah.
And then you turn 100 ADA into up to 50 or 100,000 ADA in less than a month. Show me where else you're going to do that.
And not only that, the other guys playing the lottery, they don't get anything. In this, if you don't win the jackpot, you're still sitting on something that has a floor that's what 5x.
I would just say 5x, no problem.
Everyone won, and then some people just won bigger. Like it's one of the best lotteries you can kind of get into if you learn how to read the projects at least.
Absolutely.
And that's everything now, getting in the right ones, because minting is where you make your money. Secondary is what it is. You've already bought the 2, 3, 4, 5x, and potential of it correcting 50% is much more likely than it to go up another 100% from the top. So it's
for sure.
Really, you got to vet your projects and get in these good ones and hold so you can have access to them again and keep. That's utility to me. If you're going to give me something else and not dilute, and the community appreciates, man, win for everyone.
Oh yeah.
And then lastly, a little quick shout out before we go. Both the Mekanism with their actual overexposed plus the Genesis both just crushed past the 1 million in volume and trading over here. So
congrats. They just started, like they said, long ago, and dude, they can come up to, imagine they can do 2-3 more drops and still have 12,000, items total. That's nothing. That's nothing.
Yeah, they got 4,000 total right now, which is insane. In both collections, the 1,000 collection has over 1 million in volume alone.
So true. So they have 5,000 total so far, but 1,000 is the digital membership.
Yeah.
That's going to grant you access, guaranteed mints. Every time 1,000 of us or 1,000 of them tokens right there will grant you 1 mint every time.
Yep.
So
it's crazy to see.
Awesome, man.
So shout out to Overexposed
as well.
Yeah. Shout out to these guys. We'll see what happens on Saturday, whatever it is. I know, like I said, we're excited to see. And then on top of that Blackpaper releasing on the 16th. Can't wait to see what they got planned for the future for them. So shout out to that team. Shout out to this next level artwork. I mean, there's nothing out there, man.
Still,
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody, congratulations. Great team.
What I wanted to kind of transition to as we kind of break through, because we could talk literally here all night, guys. This is one that we've got a chance to talk to about OGs inside of CNFT space to dial it back to the roots. Is I don't know if you guys are familiar with Cardano bits, but from that derivative of Cardano bits with the wings became the Winged Warriors. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see these guys, but we got a chance to talk to CNFT BTC over on our channel multiple times for a community spotlight, and then just jumped on before these guys. But the Winged Warriors are a group of OG like Cardano bits holders. The wing trait was like a last minute coding thing for the artist to finish that out, and the wings became the most rarest things inside the collections. And from there, it spawned like a whole group led by like Fettuccine back in the day. And then you had big people inside the space that all became either did their own
A lot
project.
of people are in there. Drams, all these good
Faha,
names.
Jub, Miss Scarlet. So I don't even want. There's so many people in there. Sorry if I'm forgetting your name in there. But it was so cool. Dram, like all those guys have owned a winged CBIT, and from there, CNFT BTC and these guys were able to get the original Cardano bits artist to do the artwork for the winged warriors. So all these have wings now. Their wings are a lot bigger than where they were, and they dropped a whole new collection this past week. So this sold out. There's 2,777 of them. I wanted to shout this out just because these guys, again, it was such a smooth minting experience. As soon as you sent a transaction, and it felt like within a minute,
instantly,
instant mint over there. And it was cool because you did see people inside their Discord, the Wing Warriors. You saw Faha, you saw Drams, you saw Fettuccine, you saw all those guys sitting inside the chat, and they were talking with everybody who may have just been getting into the project. So you got a lot of, like I said, alpha of it. I don't know if we haven't really used it too many times, but you got exclusive access. And then if even like you say, behind here, there was 27 of these diamond winged ones, and this actually gets you into the chat of the Wing Warriors for people who actually held the CBITs that own the Wing Warriors, where those things have like an 8,000 plus ADA floor to get into those.
There's only what 30
and 27, I think.
The original number was the same, 27 also, I think, or something like that.
113, something.
Oh, there's more than that. Okay.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not quoting those numbers exactly.
Oh, so they're only letting that few, and I don't know why I thought they matched. I just must have missed that. Probably wasn't paying attention again.
So this is brand new, and this is just a throwback to like the OG stuff inside here. I just wanted to shout out CNFT BTC and this group because they're just getting going right now. He's teased all kinds of stuff inside the Discord as far as like 3D versions of these things. It would fit perfect inside like a Minecraft style world for this 8-bit stuff. But on top of that, he's talked about possibly breeding these things. There's all kinds of options for this stuff, but it's just like it feels like it came full circle. This is not in relation to these are two separate projects, just so he made that clear. This is not Cardano bits, and the Wing Warriors are completely separate from them. It's just the same artist who's drawn these. So this becomes more like the OG like alpha group versus like the actual CBITs collection over there. So I don't know if you guys got a chance. Did you guys see these mint at all?
Yeah,
we did.
Tal has them. All of the crew has them because they're big CBIT guys. We were late to the CBIT party, and but yeah, man, we talked with CNFT
BTC. Yeah.
Man, I can never get together.
Yeah, he went. He was in Twitter Spaces yesterday, and they were almost sold out, and they obviously sold out now. So congrats to everyone, and they're all repping them.
It's been a dope little project over there, and I know they're just getting going. They're talking about a DAO, and one thing that was cool about what he was talking about with that DAO is that they're going to raise funds inside that DAO to, if somebody has a project idea or wants to do something inside the space, they raise funds inside the DAO to fund people to be able to do those, to have those different opportunities. So they're helping people inside the space grow. So that was another thing that we appreciated about them. And then on top of that, I guess there's going to be all kinds of NFT giveaways and things for owning this inside the chat there. So it becomes like it takes the exclusive group of the original CBIT wing holders and is now bringing it to every single one that holds one of these. So if you haven't already, some of these, the floor is not too much higher than the mint right now on some of them. And then it kind of tears up real quickly from there. So maybe this is a good opportunity for anybody trying to get in, that's before the real rarity charts really come out. So I'd definitely recommend kind of getting there just to pick that up, because that Discord, go join it. You have OGs and anybody who wants alpha, go join that thing. That chat is lit even throughout the day. So go shout out to these guys. It's been dope, and we appreciate them getting a chance to jump into our channel too. You learn a lot,
Right.
One thing I wanted to move forward to over here is Happy Hoppers is another one. An OG project.
What's going on? It's been a bit. I haven't heard.
Love them Gen 2s, man. Oh man, I can't wait for those.
Extremely undervalued, I'd say, project that has not quite reached, the respect that they deserve inside the community as far as the price value goes, but definitely OGs inside the space. And another winged warrior inside the space is Jub. You have the Happy Hoppers Club Gen 2 preview over here. These are like the scrapyard, they're mechs. Like I've said, I think they're getting more like a burn type feature for some of these hoppers. You're going to be able to, or resource like harvesting kind of thing, to be able to swap into these new Gen 2s. I think even Chronic, we may have been in a space a while back, maybe like when Clay Nation was dropping, where Jub had jumped into one and he started kind of giving a little bit of an explanation about this stuff, where you're going to be able to transform these hoppers, whether it be the robot neck ones, with those potions. There's like human bit ones where the humans are wearing like the Happy Hoppers hat, but it was cool to see the artwork for this stuff move into that second generation, because Udin over here, or Odon, or however they want to pronounce that, is probably one of the coolest artists inside the space. So I don't know if you guys have gotten a chance to. Do you guys, are you in Happy Hoppers at all?
I bought one.
That was actually her first NFT purchase by herself. She got a purple little mummy. It's really with a lollipop.
There you go.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's
it related
adorable.
to.
I have a mage hat.
See, that actually related to me like more so than the Yummies when I came in. You know, I was like, but I still didn't pull the trigger because I was stingy with my ADA. Right.
Yeah.
It's still a great buying point, though. Honestly,
I was going to say the floor, not the floor, but just his purchases after they kind of announced that, you saw like they're hovering in that mid 60s, but there was a lot of price activity that happened after they went ahead and released these images. And I know they did their light paper a little bit ago, and the OG Happy Hoppers are just kind of iconic inside this space. As far as, like I said, the artist Udin over here, I call him Udin. Is it Odin? I don't know. But Udon. But these Happy Hoppers, to see the next iteration of them. It's dope to see, because that artwork is unparalleled in there. And I mean, shout out to him. He does, I think it's just his tribute to Fauna over here, or not Fauna, Nemo, Pneumonium, the skulls. He's done so many different derivatives of different projects throughout the years. So, and I even think they teased a little partnership possibly with Yummi for some sort of collab as well. But shout out to Happy Hoppers, because I just wanted to mention this, because you always keep them on the back of the mindset. Like if anybody's talking like, hey, you have 100 ADA or less to get involved with stuff, this may be a good project to kind of look into. If you guys are kind of on the fence about a lot of things, because they're trusted inside the community, they have a great team, and the artist is top tier inside this space. So
you're just waiting for them to blow up so you can just stand up and scream, "I told you so!" Right? Like I have been buying these up since mint. Just loving them every single week, and everyone's just kind of like, yeah, all right, they're cute frogs, and it's like they got so much more going on.
Yeah, and it takes time though. A lot of people though, they don't understand is how long some of this stuff, if they really do want to have any kind of metaverse in the game, whatever it is, like that's not going to happen in like a month or two. Like you can't just like expect that to be a thing. You have to like believe in that project long term and actually let them be able to build these different things. We've seen different life cycles throughout a lot of these projects, like Clay Nation and now Yummi and all these guys, where it takes sometimes 6 to 9 months to be able to really put something out of quality that you're really looking for. So these guys are kind of in that same kind of timeline right now, where they're finally getting to that next iteration of the project, the next phase. So this is something to definitely keep an eye on, and definitely don't sleep on this project. I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. But I just wanted to shout that out. Another thing we wanted to kind of mention to move forward into, TJ, you've had 8 projects over here. This is something that TJ was very, very big into, is the Mandrillz.
I love the Mandrillz. I love the art. Love the community.
Brrrr, yeah.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
They were doing it on the Twitter space. I was in there talking with them all, and it was, dude, they do some.
Yo, that community, the people who run it and everything, that team, they do a great job of marketing and just engaging with Twitter and their Discord. They are on top of everything all the time.
They starting to get there. They starting to have some spaces. My man Crypto Kev, he put together the Mandrillz space this past week. Man, they had over 100 people. It was cool.
That's awesome.
Team members. You talking to all of them, Jan and the other ones. They're I forget. I'm gonna butcher their names by trying to
Rob, one of them.
Yeah, right. They're really, really out there with the community, and like you said, it's lit, man. And
their new roadmap looks awesome.
I was just telling the boys, I was like, dude, the new roadmap's fire.
So TJ, you say what's up, homie. Finally, Sean says show what's up. We only got one, so teach us.
I only got one too. Honestly, I'm an idiot. I sold one literally 2 months ago because I needed some ADA for another thing, but I wish I kept the damn thing.
Look at how cool this is.
She had whitelist. She always that's what's having like partners. That's why I encourage everyone to, if possible, to have that partner just to help you. I'm meant for me right quick. You don't need to do everything everything else. Like, be better on your computer, just push this button for 2 minutes and blah.
And then they'll
you can get
probably
multiple.
Literally, that's what I told my wife. There might be some times where I'm going to FaceTime you to walk you through something because I need you to mint something because I need to get it instantly.
I mean, once she sees that, like now, like, dude, it can be money. Like,
oh yeah.
Ape Society, we minted all that, like $2,000 into 30+ grand by getting lucky mint. So look at Tommy, 100 into who knows how much.
Exactly.
On one mint that if he wasn't there, you don't have that opportunity.
Well, even the Mandrillz I have personally, like I legit want to throw it on a shirt. Like I even told them that, like I love my Mandrillz.
Here, bro.
They
look dope, man. I remember these guys early in the year.
Oh, that's
they probably had like one of the most hyped up like they were one of the most hyped projects in the space. Like they took I don't know how many months to like really get out there, but it was always like teased, like you were like, this is going to be a big project. And they released and they did well in the beginning, and it kind of like surfaced back down. And for whatever reason, they were, they hovered around like that 56, like to like 68 range for a while. But they kept grinding, they kept pushing. And then recently, like I said, what were we sitting around? Like close to like a 200 ADA floor or something.
They were close. I think that maybe 175, 180 right now, but it was close to 200 really yesterday. I think it was. Well,
I know a lot of people inside the space are loading up on some of these things right now, just because these guys are making that push right now. And Krissy, like you had said, they have now got an updated roadmap for different things. They're dropping a Mandrillz coin. They have this vault over here. There's, I haven't even really experienced this.
They're making beehives.
Keep looking, it's amazing. Go through. I mean, it's really cool how many different things they have. It's like
cross-chain collab, but bigger.
It is
a banking area for like billionaires of the Mandrillz coin. You're only going to be able to be in this banking area. You have to have at least 1 million.
Really?
Coin. It's really sick.
It's cool.
These guys are, like I said, it takes, when you sell out originally, right? Like when all these projects makes their ADA and they do their thing, is they go one of two routes. They go okay, I'm good. I've done what I needed to do. We're going to kind of let this play out and we're done. Or they're going to be like, now we got the capital to start investing and actually building what we wanted to do. And I feel like this is another one where, like you said, now they've had a couple months to reiterate. They've got some new resources, probably some new team members, and these guys are building something that they originally envisioned.
Well, and this team has been working day in and day out since their mint. They're very active, like I said before, in Twitter, their Discord. They just keep pushing. They just keep pushing their project forward, it's great to see.
Yeah, what I really loved reading about them was that they actually are all about saving the bees. If anybody out there is about saving the bee community, they have already,
I think it was like 4, beehives, or was it 8? I remember it was one of those.
I love that.
Yeah, the saving the bees seems more realistic than
or
like
new.
Ocean,
right?
You know what I mean, so I can support that a little more, because bees like your
anyone can be a bee. It can become a beekeeper.
Yeah, exactly. I can't.
I always think back to Tom over here because he dropped what was that clip from? Was that Community?
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development. Yeah.
Say beads.
Yeah, it's like bees. He did that too. He caught us live on there, which I had not even didn't knew that reference at all. But
you guys just went with it. I knew it worked.
Like Mandrillz love the bees, like beads. And he's like, Job's not on board. But anyway, I haven't really looked through this stuff, and I know TJ. This is another one where TJ was definitely like on board. I think TJ, what do you have, the fedora hat one over there?
I meant that on secondary. I love the fedora hat and the gold chain, man. The one they have on their website with the pimp stick and the jacket. I want that one. I want that specific Mandrillz, bro.
They look so dope. These things.
It's right here. When you go down, scroll down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. I don't know. I saw you right there. That one, the fedora, gold chain, the little pimp stick there. I want that shit. Leather jacket. That's what I want. Look like Cat Williams style or something.
Yeah. That's dope. Awesome. Shout out to the Mandrillz though. It's cool to see the next like phase of different things that these guys are building right here, right? I know another quick, we're moving in the ape theme right now. I had to shout this out just because we've been involved in this project a little bit too. And then it dials back to Lovelace CNFT is Space Ape Club. These guys have just gotten going again. They started with the Halloween apes. Back in the day, it evolved into a one-of-one kind of art with the Space Ape Club. And then from there, they've dropped their SACT token or their Space Ape Club token. And now we have a whole new burning event that just went live tonight, their ATM for their SACT token. This right now is live currently. So what he's trying to do essentially, because there was all kinds of stuff. You had Lovelace, if you knew them back in the early days of CNFTs, he was pumping everything out. He had multiple projects. It seemed like he was involved in all kinds of stuff. And it was sometimes so hard to keep up with what he was doing. Well, now they've kind of got to the burning time. They're trying to clean all that up and focus it into one kind of thing right now. So they have this burning SACT ATM that they call in order to get more of the SACT tokens, and all these different figurines, these different pals, Monroe clubs, the bananas, the Thanksgiving bears, even the Halloween apes, which we saw a bunch of those. Yes. They're all going to gift you these SACT tokens, and you're going to be able to burn them by sending, they tell you each, they're 5 ADA to burn 1, 7, it kind of tiers up. Depending, you can send up to 10 of these different things, and they have to be the same policy ID. So if you own bananas and the Halloween apes, send them separately from where you're at. And you send it to this burn address, and they're going to give you back that SACT token right now.
It's interesting how they're doing that. Okay.
So because I have some Halloween apes. I have I think a couple Thanksgiving bears, right? Mm-hmm. I got them for apes. So it's cool because I had like some space. I got one space. So I had like 5 I minted. Remember that was the same time as Chill at Ape Club. So I minted 5 back then, got 4, sold 4 right before the pump to 200. Like they bought like 40 and 60. I'm like, what's going on? They pumped to like 200. Now they're dropping these space pet these coins to get these space pets, right? So so if I burn my Thanksgiving bears, what can I get besides them little weird space pets?
Besides the companion pets that they have, I don't know what the companion pets do for you, but they have the companion pets, but they're dropping these serums where they're going to be able to have these radioactive apes. And one thing that I saw inside the Discord over there was that I forget how many of these they're going to have. I had to pull that back up inside the Discord, but they're going to have like the mega serums over there, and they cost 80,000 of the SACT tokens. Wow. So those are not 80, it's 8, maybe 8,000. Sorry, over there.
There's a lot of
I'll pull that up here on the side while we're good.
Come on, bro, get your facts right.
I know. Hey, they're gonna come at me for the comments. I hate when I do something not on top of the game. Right? I feel like I'm always on point, but sometimes it's hard to keep up. These guys, though, I think obviously we're looking at the website here where you can actually burn, whatever these are. But 10,000. If you own that Space Ape, I forget who we were talking about that had the SACT the checks back in the day. I forgot how you got these things. But these actually, if you burn one of these gets you 10,000 of that token right there.
What is that?
It's a huge jump compared to
they look like literally bills, and they look like a check for, I forget exactly how it was.
I know, I forgot how they got that. I remember I don't
know who we were talking to that was like, yo, you need to check this stuff out. But basically what these guys are doing is they're trying to consolidate all the stuff, all the extra projects that they had. They're doubling down and putting everything inside the Space Ape Club. So they have this ecosystem, and then I guess the next thing, like we've seen over here, is these radioactive, these space apes. So it looks dope. I have it over here, so we could pull it back. So these serums that you're able to get, I want to pull it. So 8,000 of the SACT tokens will get these 100 extremely special radioactive serums, where basically those are going to be like your exclusive 101s kind of thing. Yeah. And then the normal serums will be available at 100 SACT and 20 ADA per serum.
That's a huge difference. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's really cool to see what these guys got going on, and another one not to sleep on inside the space.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like what they're doing though. They're trying to get all them old stuff from an old team, to start their own thing. And same with we're gonna see Adanauts here. We'll talk about them, and they did the same thing, branched off from Lovelace or whatnot, and it's really cool. All right, that's what's up.
Yeah, and I mean, some of this stuff looks dope. They go to mutator route,
Yeah, it looks kind of like the mutant apes and boys. Mm-hmm. But I mean, hey, it's only going to be 100, right? So that's going to be scarcity.
Yeah, these mutant mega apes. Who knows what these things are going to turn into? So 8,000 of that stuff. So if you hold one of those SACT checks over here, you've got enough to be able to get one of those 100. If you don't, or if you held, say 100 of these things. So there's a lot of different ways to get this stuff. I'm just curious how these guys are going. It's just cool to get an update from this team.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
there's only 6 listed those checks.
Really?
It goes to 850, 896, and jumps to 2,000.
So you can get one right now for 896.
850.
850, so you can get one of those. So I don't know. It's just there's always all the the ape projects inside the space. They always seem to be doing pretty well.
They building. That's good to see.
Come on, Tom. That's a few times now. You missed the opportunity to say monkeys are going bananas. You know what I'm saying? You missed out a few times now.
Hey, this shit is bananas. Yo, there we go. But I wanted to move forward with Space Apes. These guys, that just dropped tonight over at 11 p.m. UTC, which is already started to happen. So definitely, I got a few of those Space Apes. I'm going to go ahead and burn some of those for that token over there. So if anybody's holding on to any of those bananas or the tokens or things like that, head over to, actually it's a Cyber Pickle, which I know is their minting service. They have their Space Ape token. Go ahead and you can actually burn some of this stuff right now. So shout out to those guys. Another thing I wanted to kind of move forward to is just in general, before we get into new mints for the week, as we kind of, we're going to hit this little curve, is had to shout out, not just Deezy, but Eternl wallet over here. Guys, we're able to officially buy and sell NFTs on our phone.
That's amazing.
Cardano NFTs are able to be done on the phone. I don't know if you guys, I know Deezy,
I've been saying that
video because I haven't had my own chance to do this. Have you guys experienced or got a chance to use Eternl yet on the phone to be able to buy and sell?
I did it with the smart contract, but that's how I bought my first NFTs, through Yoroi, you know what I mean? I just had to wait through CNFT to send it to me. So, I mean, I love Eternl doing this, and I have not set it up yet. I'm bullish on Eternl and Moon as well. They're affiliated, of course. So we got a lot of Artifact Moon plots. So love what we're doing. This is access to everyone. And once we,
Yeah, we've been home a lot. I mean, we work from home a lot. And so we haven't needed to do it on the phone yet, but we'll be putting it on our phone for when we need to. We carry the laptop with us a lot. We have Wi-Fi in the van. So.
Yeah.
Damn, that's sick.
There we go.
So, but it's such a great thing to be able to go mobile.
Yeah,
so
it is. So
amazing for people who have to work during mints all the time.
Well, I know for anybody, like especially anybody new getting into CNFTs, or like the people who are maybe accustomed to the OpenSea method from Ethereum or even Solana and stuff like that. This is now like just elevating Cardano into that level right now. And so I always recommend, like I said, Nami Wallet will always be an OG, and shout out to Alessandro, the creator of Space Fudge, for even making that that wallet, that extension, that browser, for what they've done to push the space forward. Eternl, like I said, I feels like their resources, because they have that team solely focused on that, they're able to iterate and push updates even quicker. So to see what they've done on the phone, I would highly recommend, even if like my Nami wallet that I have on my desktop extension, I have it recovered inside of my Eternl wallet on my phone, just so I can be able to take that wherever I go. But the crazy thing is, now that you do have this, you can recover inside the phone, is they have this little connector app inside of there. And that connector app, they have dApps built into the Eternl app onto your phone. And so you're able to get on the JPEG store and Artifact, the marketplaces. And from here, you're actually able to buy and sell on the phone, which is something that a lot of people are like, they've had to create those desktops. They've had to get onto the computer, which now is the difference. So you have this little connector piece right here where you can actually select which wallet you want to go to, and then click down here onto the dApp browser. And that dApp browser actually brings you open to the list of approved apps. So you don't have to worry about your wallet kind of being, security of your wallet being compromised. So again, you have Artifact right here, you have JPEG store, you're able to connect right into it. It opens the app right inside your phone, brings you to your wallet, and you're able to buy and sell and update with the sign of a transaction right inside of here. So I just had to shout that out, because that's actually insane that that we're finally here.
I love it.
For this piece of space.
Especially with just, we're all on UTC time. So they're all over the place with how international Cardano is and all the teams. You just sometimes are going to get caught in those places where you're not sitting in front of the computer or not ready to go.
Absolutely.
Oh, and that's or it's like, hey, the price of this floor just got swept up by a DAO right now. I'm ready to, I should delist my thing. Oh, shoot, I'm not at home right now. I need to get to the computer. Nope, boom, I'm able to do it right from my phone now. You can actually it's either to your advantage or not. So I just wanted to shout that out, right?
Huge.
moving forward quickly, because I know we got a lot to wrap up in a short amount of time here, because we are getting close. It is officially Freedom After Dark over here. And who would have thought the longest podcast would be with Chronic and Krissy, right? One thing that we both got a chance, both us and you guys recently have got a chance to sit down with Bourbon over from Adanauts, the founder over there. New project minting this Friday, right? The 13th, as well as the 14th for the public sale. These are the clay style sculptures of these aliens, and they're able to be basically customized throughout times, a story driven community kind of a style NFT project. And the cool thing about them is that everything is 100% clay, everything that he does. And some of these things look absolutely insane.
Can't wait.
Dude, what was your favorite part about talking to Bourbon on this stuff? Because my thing was just seeing that his little work table and then pulling it up and just being like, yo, so here's the eyes, here's this, we got this. And it was cool to see what he's building just from scratch.
He put them together because there were just certain heads with no eyes or mouth or anything. So he would pick different mouths, different eyes, and he could just create it with all of his little buckets of things. It was amazing.
My favorite thing as well.
Amazing.
You know, just seeing his work, him working and so passionate about what he's doing. Mm-hmm. You know, just playing like he's been doing it all his life, and he's his passion. You know what I mean? It's always great to see, and it's just
I love it.
It everything is so unique and hand done, and you know, Palmer clay and then baked in the oven to harden it. Everything's made by hand. They had the molds only in the body. That was shocking. All the heads are made, eyeballs.
It's unbelievable.
I didn't realize. I can imagine the time it took him to get into doing all this stuff too. Like, can you imagine creating? He's got 7,777 of these things. Can you imagine how much clay that took and how much time that took to really get that going? It was crazy to learn like the backstory. I didn't realize like how much it like evolved over time and how much he didn't have control in the beginning, where he just kind of was like building clay stuff. His story started with him like trying to see Claymates do their thing and kind of take off. Him was like, yeah, I'll replicate that and kind of make my own version of that. Then posting inside of the Adanauts Discord, Lovelace is like, yo, I need an artist. Can you jump onto the team? Then it became this Adanauts thing. And then it went from, okay, you know, they're doing their thing on that side. I kind of want to do my thing this way. And then the project got gifted back over to him. He had the keys. He had a whole collection almost done, like he said, in December. They wanted to re-scrap it. And now here we are in May of 2022, and he's got the whole collection ready to go finally. Mm-hmm. It's been insane.
And I wasn't as bullish because you didn't hear from him. And hearing the passion and the vision behind his project again is, and then seeing the full collection, how unique they all are looking, and the, you know, 7 different classes, or whatever, you know, whatever characters he calls them, or whatever. I think that's what he's
like either occupations, like they're the first responders, all different things.
Civilians, the officers, so military. Oh yeah, so it was unbelievable, man. He really won me over this last week here in the Metaverse and on YouTube. You know,
y'all were in Twitter space with him, right? And that prompted you guys to get onto the stream that we were talking about earlier, to even see what you guys had. Yeah, and I wanted to shout out because I haven't seen the rainbow thing. Some of these are newer traits that are getting dropped over here. I mean, again, this is, if anybody's watching, this stuff is there's no artificial backgrounds, there's no blenders, none of that stuff. This is all 100% clay that he's made all this stuff with.
And he created his own shadows. He did everything, you know, piece by piece and little by little to make it unique.
Pictures of each one and then set them all up, and it was amazing to hear him like explain it, you know.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing I wanted, I just saw the one eye over here. I know it was somewhere inside of here. I have to go back and find where he retweeted that, or they tweeted it out. They gave Fadukin over there. They gifted him his own, and that one looks sick too. I have to go find that.
It's on the cover of our video. Krissy put that one on the cover of the video.
I'll have to go back and find that for you guys, because I did see that over there. But it was cool to even just see how he built that time period throughout there and got to where he's at. Man, it's just, this stuff is going to be cool. This is happening, like I said, for anybody who's on the white list. If you own one of those Genesis Antidotes, which I believe there's only 300 of them out there right now, on a secondary, which those things have jumped from like a 400 something when we were in the video with him to where we are currently now, where they're like at an 800 something floor. These gift you 10 whitelist spots into the mint on Friday. That's going to cost you 60 ADA. And if you own one of the compound Gs, these were like a burn event kind of feature where you could take 5 of these things to combine them to get 1 Genesis antidote. If you own one of the compound Gs, these actually gift you 1 whitelist spot into there as well. And then after that, the public sale drops on the Saturday for 80 ADA. So we're best case scenario, if all Genesis people mint, the 10 of them at once, there's 3,000 gone there. And then I forget how you said, like 90 something of these are left there. So there's about another, 4,000 or something available to the public out there. So, and one thing cool, which I know a lot of people may not know if they weren't listening to these interviews, is that these are going to show up unrevealed. So when you mint, you're not going to see what you get.
Up to 10 days.
I was like, oh my God, or maybe it's going to be tough.
The suspense is going to kill us.
That's a rough wait for sure.
Right? It's like, I'm going to mint 10 of these things, and it's like, you cannot see any of them. And it's like, right?
Hard.
So that's going to make an interesting point for the secondary market eventually too, for anybody who thought this was a quick buy and sell. You're going to get, because he doesn't want that. He wants this to be like a community project. He wants people to be invested in his artwork. He's very passionate about that. And you can tell it from the way the detail he puts in. And I know I was listening to your guys' interview, Chronic, where he was just basically like, yo, after this is kind of like what I'm putting out. And after that, I'm done. I may do commissions and community art and stuff like that afterwards. But this is kind of like my all I've given into this project, right?
Yep. Last big collection he's going to do, you know what I mean? And I would just try to like do personalized stuff if I was him, you know what I mean? But hey, that would be so, but hey, that's him. He's so talented. And that's what won me over, realizing, like, seeing what goes into it. And just hearing him I love his story, and he won me over. And that's so awesome about what we get to do, right? We get to feel him and feel his passion, and figure out if we want to invest in the project. Clip that.
You laughed, so maybe you laughed into that.
That's true. So man, whitelist, they're all going on. They're giving away some stuff in the community. I don't know if they're done, like Block Hour, Show Kong, Ape Society, Boss Cats, all of them, they're giving away. You can just click a button and win a giveaway to mint. If not, good luck on public, because it's going to be 88. And it's going to be on Saturday, because you got 24 hours to mint for a whitelist. Look how cool that is, bro.
Bro, that's a brand new one. I just dropped an hour ago.
Look at the security. Look at the rat tails.
Right?
This is different mount. That's cool.
His textures, man, are insane. The eyes, everything. So, and again, it's all made out of clay. How dope does this look?
And you get an eyeball at CNFT Con if you get an So
I heard that. So you own an Adanauts, you come by his booth, he's going to get you something set up, right?
Yep.
It's dope.
Yeah. So shout out to Bourbon. And if you guys haven't checked out our interview, go make sure to go also check out the Daily ChroniCles or the NFA team over there that got a chance to talk to him and Cardano Robin, both of those guys. Shout out to them. That's a mint coming up that was definitely on our radar. Another one over here that you guys I know got a chance to talk to was the Introverts, that this mints on May 13th, the Friday as well. I'm not as familiar with this one. It's something that I've seen inside of space. So if you guys give us like a quick basic overview of what we're looking at for this project coming up, because I've seen like there's some music and stuff involved with this one as well.
Yeah, man. Marcus and Denise and the team, they're from Brazil. They're having, I want to say it's like 6,658.
Yeah.
So I'm not, I'm almost positive that's it. It's 58 ADA mint. There's 8. Yeah, there you go. 6,858. Okay, I said 6,658. My bad. So there's 8 different classes or cosmos, so to speak. There's going to be seasonal NFTs that like get revealed, kind of like the overexposed type deals, like for Halloween and Christmas. Yeah, man, they have different, like, it's inspired by like introverts, like we all kind of, introverts and so to speak. And they, used art and stuff to, become, who they are or whatever. But it's super nice, man. Marcus has been around the community for the last 2 months. But yeah, man, this is Marcus we interviewed, and Denise and the rest of the team. And yeah, man, it's just really cool art. They're gonna have some animated ones, some sound, some music, and just something, something different, And I think I dig what they got going on. I dig the art style. And Brazil is a huge place to get these NFTs. We can really get some traction, and Cardano would be really nice, right?
I love the fashion sense. If you look at all everything that they're wearing, you go up close. If you scroll in on them, they have a lot of great detail and texture and colors that she's really talented.
Yep.
As an artist.
And if you go up like the 8 things of sports, the this, that, and the music, that's all like the different classes or cosmos, as they call them. And these are all minting on Friday the 13th. You know, it's got like a little 5-hour difference. So if you go up a little bit more, there, right there, art, anime, books, games, it's all different classes or cosmos, like the Ape Society type stuff. So each one will be, you know, different. And as you seen earlier, we played it. Maybe it was before the stream. It's the animated NFA and stuff like that. So
really like the fishbowl on the head. It looks really sick.
Exactly. It has some really cool ones, man. And yeah, like again, it's I love what they've been doing. It's organic. You know what I mean? He's been in Twitter, he's been on Shark Tank. He's been on countless, you know, thing. Marcus is always marketing and going, check this out. That's pretty cool. I don't know if it's a zombie, but it's just, you know, all that stuff's in the background. You see the rain. And
I like the details and stuff. The land moving, stuff like that. The lightning, the Christmas lights.
Yeah, everything.
And it's even got the dope music.
Look at the
alien peeking.
Yeah, so
it's cool. There's a cat inside of the glass.
It's controlling the introvert. So it's basically like a form of expression too for like anybody, like you said. It's one thing for everybody to be here at home and we're on the computers all day or whatever. It's a form of expression, but when you know, maybe in person people are not obviously nearly as expressive as they could be. It's a cool little like throwback to that as well.
Bro, can you zoom in on that water droplets on his face?
This is a video, so I don't know if it's going to let me do that.
Probably it's going to be sweet. You know what I mean? When it does that. So. Yeah, you know, we all introverts and extroverts in a sense, right? Like she called me an ambivert. So I relate to these guys, you know, and it's just about getting out of your shell and believing in yourself, right? And I love all of these. You could tell, like, you know, like gothy, low, dark, and then, you know, then you got
the wizards.
The anime themes you definitely see too.
Absolutely, you know, and each one is, it's going to be really cool. I'm
just kind of go with what you vibe with.
It's almost like a little like Coraline vibe to me, kind of like similar art. If you ever watched that,
a lot more colorful.
I'll see if y'all interested.
The style,
yeah.
If y'all interested, I'll see if Marcus has. You see, I put that up. I'll see if Marcus has any more whitelist, and maybe you guys can get on it, you know, and grab y'all one. You feel me?
Yeah, we were planning to get onto that, and like you said,
public either way,
one of the two. And so the whitelist is dropping on May 13th, which is Friday at 5 p.m. UTC, and then the public drops 5 hours later over at 10 p.m. UTC. So it's 58 ADA per NFT, I believe, is what they're going for.
Yeah, that's it, sir. Yep.
So shout out to these guys, new project coming in there, and this is like something again where. If people are asking like, while everything's down inside the space, like how do we get into some new stuff? Like, what are you guys looking for? Well, look for a good team, look for a good project, good artwork and stuff like that. And not financial advice. I mean, these guys, they could stay where they're at when off mid price, or they could moon, it doesn't matter. But there is a good team built behind this stuff, and there's new opportunity coming into the market. So this is an exciting new project that kind of flew under the radar for a little bit, I'll be honest, because I haven't been keeping up as much as I should be, but this is definitely something that I've heard about. So it's cool to get a little bit deeper dive for you guys who have got a chance to actually talk to these guys and know the backstory behind them. So it's definitely something I'll be looking at on Friday for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, for a couple of months now. And again, they did it organic. They didn't spam you with the invites. They didn't do anything like that. So you got to respect what they've been doing. And Marcus has been grinding on Twitter space and getting the word out organically.
You want to come in there and ask him questions. Look, he's usually in an NFA space. He's in Wallet Wednesday.
Wallet Wednesday was in today.
All of them. Yeah. So Eden's. Yeah. So come ask him questions if you'd like.
Yeah, for sure.
Great.
All right, well, we definitely have to go ahead and do that. Another one that we got a chance that is another mint next week, if we're talking new mints where you're at, is now Veggiemates. You have the second half of this, the Junkies are minting next week on May 18th for the whitelist and May 19th for the public. This is another
vest is so dope.
Bro, it does look dope, right? Like the profile pic for these guys. It's such a cool concept with these guys. It's just because they started off with like the vegetables, like you have the Veggiemates and this stuff, which all have crazy artwork themselves. And now you have like the junk food, and it's like the rivalry between the two. So it's cool to see this because I know they're looking to build some sort of a game as well between these two. And I know they're big on like mental health and stuff like that. I remember being inside the Discord early on where they just do like, spaces or just like Discord group calls, different things where they have a lot of support, a good community built behind these guys too. And this is another project where, again, if you're under 100 ADA, I think the floor for these were sitting around like 90 prior to maybe a little more now with this whitelist. I don't know if is it the Veggiemates holding one of those kind of gets you into, I think, the public mint, correct? If I don't remember if I'm saying
think so.
I can't remember.
That's one I'm not following up on. Don't you have you have like a banana or something? It's not even a vegetable. I don't get it.
It's okay. They got like fruits built in.
What's yours? Right? Yours is like a tomato or something. Don't you have one?
It was, no, I had it was shoot, I don't remember what it was. It was an onion.
I had a carrot with a life preserver on it.
It was an onion. It was a watermelon head. It was a big old watermelon head inside of this stuff. But
classic vegetable watermelon. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, it's fine. But one of these guys, like I said, they have like, I did see this over here where they have like become a crumb lord is what they call it, where you can eat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, where you can eat like your veggies and then you get to like a better name. They get a theme song and you can get juiced.
I like that.
But evolve your junkies into crumb lords. It's crazy. So they're like consuming. So if you eat, if you're a junkie and you consume veggies, you become a crumb lord, and potentially the junkies are going to need all the help they can get because the Veggielante, so I guess like instead of vigilante, they have a Veggielante. You'll have a sweet tooth themselves. So possibly the two of them could burn each other to create like a super, what they call a crumb lord over here, which is like a bigger thing.
All right.
Get juiced.
Yeah, you can get juiced over here. I did see, was it Jack Fricks, which we had onto the podcast last week,
No,
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So he was saying too, where they're doing like a tower defense type game too for these guys. So they've got some things in the work, and their website's really cool looking. Again, I think they have what is it? His name is it Big PT over here, who is also one of them over in Good. Is he the drummer on Good Charlotte? I can't remember if that's him or not. But he's involved with like Good Charlotte over here. He's built into this team a little bit as well. And then obviously I know
Billy Martin, yeah.
Yeah. That'd be him. Yeah. So he's actually built into the actual. There he is. Boom.
Oh yeah,
you got that. Yeah, from Good Charlotte. So it's dope to see that they got a cool team over here. All these guys are all docs. It's dope to see all these guys and where they're at now, because these guys are OGs inside of space. They've always held pretty well. It's cool to see this next iteration of what they're doing. So yeah, they dropped all the way back on November 17th. The original Veggiemates. So season 2 is now coming out. So shout out to the Junkies. They got a rivalry coming, and again, I guess some sort of a game is in the works as well. And then, like, I just saw the Crumb Lord thing. I'm all for that. That sounds dope.
I do like that. It's different, it's creative. Yeah,
this is cool because you can get creative, like the junk food. To me, I'm all on the junk food side.
I'm about to eat some ice cream after the podcast.
Yeah, right.
I got some chips and salsa waiting for me.
We're getting late right now, so we need to. Yeah.
Every night, sour cream. Every night, sour cream.
I love Mexican food.
Really? Oh, it sounds so good right now.
Time to wrap it up on the back end.
Yeah, so we're getting close to the wrap up on the back end of stuff. I did want to shout this out for any new people inside of space, because they actually did hit us up, and I don't know why I've been sleeping on this website. Have you guys ever used CNFTradar.com for upcoming mints and stuff? I usually used to use When CNFT or Best CNFT, or the two websites. I don't know if you guys have ever got a chance to check these guys out, but I didn't realize how many followers they had. They actually reached out like, hey, if you guys are looking for projects or just remember our website. And I was like, oh, okay, sounds good. We get these message requests sometimes.
And then you went and let me and TJ know right away, right? About this new website.
These guys, the first time I'm telling these guys right now.
No, I read the DM.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't realize I was following them, but they had 8,400 followers, but their website's super clean over here. So if you guys are looking for new projects that are coming in to get minted, they have different, good links. They have give like rating systems to this stuff. And so it's really cool to see what they've got going on. You can get like more info. Their websites I haven't seen a website as clean as this one recently.
I used to use NFT Hub.
Yeah.
But this here, I wasn't like, it just told you what was minted and, a day, and not as clean as that for sure.
Yeah. So it's
like how it has a supply, the price, everything in there that you need pretty much.
Right,
to kind of like sort through and see what you're interested in as far as rating? Like, you're looking for like low, total circulation, 10K mints. That's cool. I like that.
Really cool that they filter it like that. What they show on this time, I'm sorry. What's their rating for say Adanauts?
So that's what I'm curious to see, because you got some of these big drops over here. I don't know if they have the ratings for each of the Adanauts. Let's see. They got
I think I had one review at 5 stars.
One is Adanauts is right there as well. Okay,
yeah. So I don't know where to. It's got a 5-star. So they're loving the Adanauts out there. It's dope because they got all the links for them too. It's got the about the project, a 5-star. It's only one person rest. So it's like Google reviews kind of thing almost, right?
But it still gives you everybody look who's advisors.
Yeah, doxed over here.
They can write a review. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, shout out to these guys. It's another resource for anybody new getting into the space. I always forget sometimes, and we do this stuff so often that we're immersed into this space, but you always think about new people trying to get in, like, where do I start? Well, here's how do I find new projects? How do you guys know about this stuff? Well, a lot of it's word of mouth from Twitter and different things. But if you're brand new and have no idea, haven't gone into Discords, these are great resources to go ahead and check some of this stuff out. So
especially as you start learning some of like the key things that you're looking for in projects, like you said, team doxed, that's huge for some people. Just consolidating all that info. Or back, usually you have to go to the website. You have to see, okay, is it doxed? Go to Twitter. It's either Twitter teams or linked or anything like that. Now it's just all in one spot for you.
I love it. I'm gonna thank you, guys. Yeah. Definitely utilize this. Last thing, show me real quick, Introverts, because that's what I'm minting. And
it's going to be good. Who's rating this thing, right? Yeah. What are they saying over here on side of CNFT?
I think Chronic just did a review real quick before you asked that.
Right. They got 0 reviews on here, so somebody's going to have to hit them up over there. I haven't got the review if you did guys do it. So that's dope. That's dope to see what they got going on.
That's really nice. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah. So I had to shout that out over there for these guys. And
cool. Well, thank you for putting that on.
Well, that voting system they have too look pretty cool because you can upvote the project. So that's a little telltale if you don't want to look at the reviews or someone doesn't want to write a review. You can just go by the votes.
Yeah. It's dope to see. Guys, we hit Freedom After Dark. I think it's time to wrap it up on the back end.
I know.
I was looking at it. I'm like, damn, we started this thing at I don't even know, maybe 9 o'clock. It's now 12:22. Yeah.
You guys are good sports, so yeah, we appreciate it for sure.
I feel bad for you, brother. You got to edit it.
A long time.
Nothing now. We're used to it, so we're always happy. The more we can, the more we have to work on, the better it is. We're always just fucking busy. It's just nonstop.
That's true.
We figured if there was anybody we were going to knock out the longest podcast with, it'd probably be you guys over here. just because we could do this stuff all night, and even like you said, we talked for an hour almost before we even got started tonight.
That's right. Yeah.
It's always is. Next time, just hit record from jump.
We gotta start recording those, and that'll be the premium segment.
Free game.
Exactly.
All right, man. It was a blast again. Like you said, we'll have to do this again in the future. Tommy sells his freaking $200,000 overexposure.
Yeah. If that thing said, oh man, we'll have a party if all that happens. I'll catch you guys out. We'll have a special private party over at CNFT Con. We'll do something.
If you go live, if you go live, I mean, I would definitely tune in. But if y'all need other people to y'all, throw the stream. We got, if y'all.
I'm gonna try. We're doing like a little farmers market kind of thing in the morning, but I've also told the fiance, I'm like, look, we got a potential something big happening here at the end of the day. I think it's gonna happen more towards 6 p.m. Eastern. I think is what happened last time. So we may be tuning in live. I'll shoot them in a Discord, but yeah, for 100%, I'll try to jump on that.
Oh, the more exposure you get to what you have, the more chances of you selling it for what you want.
Right.
True. Everyone who's on this podcast, on my stuff and your stuff, now gets to see it, and they're like, I want TOMMYs.
Yeah. Right.
So I mean, no, seriously, it's good marketing, easy. So.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be exciting. It's just dope to see what can happen in this space of just anybody can mint anything and can have something worth of value. And you don't necessarily need to be rich in order to get into the stuff. Sometimes you can get lucky too. And some are obviously luckier than others. As I get killed now in my Discord for being
so bad.
Don't
feel bad. Hey man,
it's a blessing.
Brother.
Hey, it's a level up for somehow it'll find its way back into the podcast at some point if that ends up happening.
That good energy and intentions are coming out, bro. We all gonna make it in this not all of us. Literally, I hate it's not that word I want to use. But,
well, I hired Tommy to mint my stuff for me now. I just send him my 8 and he mints for me.
Yeah,
he's got that magic roll. Yeah, sure.
And it's a joke now in Discord. It's like, hey, Tommy, can you go mint this for me? And it's like, yeah, I got you. It's not my fault if not, right? But no, I appreciate you guys jumping onto the podcast tonight. It's been dope to hang out with y'all, learn a little bit more about what you guys are going on, and then just to see your guys' growth too, man. You guys have been insane. It's been so fun to hang out with you guys. You know, it's like I said, it's genuine interaction. It's not, doesn't feel like an interview. It doesn't feel like like somebody we're just kind of carrying along with us. You guys can entertain anybody out there. So it's been fun to hang out with you guys. So it's fun. Chronic. It's one thing I know TJ and us, we always talk. It's like your favorite, like a term now. Cause I find myself when somebody says the word alpha, I'm like, I start using the word alpha. One thing I found ourselves, like we kind of say it every now and then is now we're chopping it up.
I love that phrase. Oh man, I love that phrase. So good.
I was like, damn, I've heard that phrase like sometimes, like in passing throughout life at some point, but you just like you using that now, it's just burning my brain. I'm like, damn, I gotta chop it up now.
I've heard TJ and Tommy drop it a few times. I'm just like, is that Chronic?
Yeah, no, it's great. It's such a good phrase. It's not used enough, chopping it up.
Oh, it's like a different way. Like, it was cool hanging out with you guys. Like, damn, it's a good talking. No, good chopping it up. I like that.
Hey, you gotta change. It's either that or like I'm dropping F-bombs and this guy. Like I'm trying to
be a little more PC in this world.
Yeah.
PG-13, maybe NC-21 or whatever you call it.
That's right. Hey, we're a decentralized world. It don't matter. There's no ratings out here, right? Yeah. But no, we could do this all night, and we're terrible.
We could chop it up all night,
Chop it up.
We've been chopping it up.
Yeah, that's right.
Like 7 videos out of this clip.
Yeah, there's gonna be so many clips that come out of this. We appreciate you guys. So Chronic and Emma, what's the best place if anybody who wants to check out more of your content? Obviously, we'll link all the stuff inside the description. Best place to find you guys. What do you guys recommend?
The Daily ChroniCles on YouTube. We also have the Daily ChroniCles on Twitch.
Yep.
And then at Petrick Vince on Twitter.
Yep, and I'm at kpetrick PETRIC 2017 on Twitter. You can find our links and connections all on there. But yeah, please come check us out. We love Freedom 35ers. Thanks for having us on, y'all.
Anytime.
It's just like cutting it up, chopping it up.
Chopping it up.
We can chop it up.
Really like an interview. We're just talking. I love it. It's very organic and
that's what all this is supposed to be, man.
Both of our audiences to grow and do live things in the future. We definitely gonna have to, chop it up.
There it is. You were trying to think of a different phrase.
We got to give the alpha to our subscribers, right? No,
But you both inspire me to do so much more on Twitter too. Get on there more. I just need to help build that out.
That's
such a big resource for us. So.
I'm gonna invite you up. Say what's going on. You're gonna get, tagged, this, that, and the other.
You're gonna love it.
You're gonna learn about 700 different spaces. In 1 hour, you're gonna learn about every other project.
Yeah.
Then that's it. It's not like you don't have to watch YouTube to maybe get the 13 seconds of what you're looking for.
Yep.
Yo, Tal, what's so good about Yummies? Yo, Tommy, what's so good about Yummies? Vince, what's so good about my stuff? And you ain't got to watch my stuff. Or, it's just access.
Yeah.
And especially on NFA, if you come on there, you don't have, it's so laid back. It's just, you come up and talk about whatever, whenever. No raising your hands. You just chat.
Just jump in.
And just come and tell us whatever you are doing that day. And that's just
That's what it should be all about too, for sure. I mean, it kind of helps the community. That's what makes you want to share those kind of information too. Like it's someone that's just random internet strangers, as opposed to like, I talk to this guy every day, I see him in the Discord every day. I like sharing with them. I look forward to hearing new information about them. That's what it's all about. So
that's what it's all about. It's helping each other, all bring each other up. And that's what it is.
It creates whole new connections.
Oh yeah. It's outside behind the profile pic name or the, whatever it is behind the computer. You guys get a chance to see each other, or you get to talk every day. It's different. It creates a more personal connection, like you said. So that's what makes me excited for like CNFT Con and for all these different people we've met. Man, it's going to be so much fun to do all that and actually get a chance to hang.
The more spaces you on to connect with all these people that are going, like the rapport is there. It's not, you know what I mean? Just like ours, we know it's going to be fire, when we come to Florida over the summer. And
then you can pick it up. It's like, hey, you got a new friend over here that we never would have met outside of normal life, right? It's crazy. But yeah, no, it's been dope to get a chance to talk to you guys again. We could talk all night about this stuff. So we look forward to hanging out, and hopefully here in a few weeks, we'll get a chance to do CNFT live. keep an eye out on an announcement for channels for that. I know it's in the works. We don't know when it's coming out, but it'll come out.
And we need to do the same on our channel once we get on the level y'all are with the podcast, or y'all might be one of the first on the NFA.
Yeah, we need y'all.
That'd be dope.
Let us know. We're down.
So yeah, we definitely like, this is what's up. I can't, because y'all are, love it. Y'all can give us exposure. So what y'all need? Yeah,
no, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, I could see you guys at one point. You guys are just going to take off into a point where we're going to be looking at you guys like, damn, all right, y'all are killing it right now. So remember us on your way up too.
Grab on, let's go.
Level up.
Yeah, man. But again, everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you guys for hosting us as usual. Y'all class acts, man. And
we
can't wait to
appreciate it, guys.
Well, what'd you want to say? You want to say chopping it up again?
I love the fact that we got the chop it up segment. We're going to say, instead of wrapping it up on the back end, we're going to chop it up and we're going to end it out like that. But now, guys, we have a little thing recently. At the end of this, we keep talking and we don't know how to, recording Gordon, but we don't know how to close this out. So normally what we do is we keep looking at it. In the last few episodes, it's been a little